despite a little bit of a stop down in the lower bracket. Let's send it on over to Achilles and Paper Thin to get into our elimination match of Group B.
Thank you very much. In we go. Sunset, Forsaken, leaning into the harbor. Something back over on to the Waylay. The Sage, nowhere to be seen.
Sag. I'm very sad. I was really hoping for a little bit more creativity with the Sage walls from Divide, but PaperX wants to go in a very different direction in a lot of ways compared to what we're used to seeing from them on this map. You know, the Waylay in there, Forsaken on the harbor, something, you know, you and I were talking a lot about different ideas, different possibilities on Sunset for this PaperX squad coming into this new meta, this new year, this new team. Well, slightly new team, one different player. But the harbor is something that I thought on this map could be good. I didn't think PaperX were going to be the ones to debut it out.
Like, yeah, maybe Valorant, something like that.
Exactly.
You know, players, it was very known for playing that harbor, but it's going to be Forsaken. Obviously, he has played it in the past. Only a couple agents that he hasn't touched quite just yet. It's in that Reyna. Well, Reyna actually in the mix there, but Envy's going to be able to find two off the rip. 11 and the right both going to be taken out, but Sugetsu. Desk was talking about it. Kakuka in particular wanting to see Sugetsu hit his stride again, and he is. A second kill found as Forsaken will fall, and suddenly it's a player advantage into the hands of Karmine Corp.
That's a pause for PaperX. A little bit of an exploration by Envy, though. He is getting rather deep into enemy lines. Just going to be a timing here.
Tucking back, but Sugetsu watching for this. Can he find the kill? No, he cannot. It's going to be Envy staying alive, but down to 22 health. Something as well previously tagged. There at 75. Practice used, but it's not really going to be seeing much of anything here, so we'll have to continue just scaling forward. Saturate to the corner. Nothing to be found. Both players of KC playing here in main. Ready for the swing, the paranoia to fly. Does not connect, but it's going to be Dawes9 with the Sheriff to take down Envy. Now everything on something, and the time is just going to be gone. Finds the headshot. They know he doesn't have it. Held up to half. He'll get some decent ult charge, but cannot get the round win. KC take the opening pistol on Sunset.
This is incredible work. I mean, a good read early from PaperX that there was going to want to be some kind of mid-exploration from the side of KC. They've got the stacked numbers there, but Sugetsu, one of the players who devastated PaperX on that FPX team at Masters Copenhagen, and everybody's going to remember that breeze where he absolutely went crazy. He starts things off with a bang once again for Karmine Corp. Old rivals facing off. Karmine Corp grab a couple rifles here, a lot of rifles in fact. Narrate, the only one who doesn't have one, he's got a Marshall.
The Prowler out. It's just a hell of a lot of gunfire. No bodies on the floor quite yet. Well, triple push from PaperX. Wanting to try to take this space. Wall's going to get raised. Tuck back through that one here. Sugetsu will look to try to take them down, but avoids getting overwhelmed. Doesn't end up suffering any damage. They're already taken on PaperX's side. They just go their separate ways.
I mean, PaperX is being very aggressive on the map, but again, something he's read, and he is. He's dealt with by Sugetsu. Forsaken, under pressure, down and dusted.
Yeah, unable to get that near-sided out onto 11 fast enough. Will end up falling to the wayside now. Just these three remaining players to try to put a dent in. Need at least 2 kills to really start getting any significant damage to the economy of KC. Push in, look at the try. To just take down this Neon, but he's able to hold his own. The Paranoia as well, going for the assist. And Dawes9 able to find Divide, so it's a flawless anti-eco for KC to start things off 2-0.
Yeah, this is huge for KC. They invested a ton into that round. I mean, there was a Bulldog, there was a Phantom, there was a Guardian, and there was another rifle in the mix. Can't remember exactly which one. It might have been another Guardian or a Bulldog, but regardless, you carry that all over, and PaperX did grab a few pistol buy-ups into that, so now the Marshall won't be a one-tap, but still scary, man.
Ton of weaponry there.
PaperX didn't find any value. Usually, if they're grabbing those Sheriffs, they're going to find at least a kill or two. Will do any damage. Etsu wary of some kind of push out. PaperX, a little bit of contact, re-clears it, sees if maybe catch him trying to lurk around, but That's not going to be the case. KC now just laying out their plans for this B execute, which is relatively wide open. Forsaken tries to delay a bit with a wall and does take one down.
11 dead on the entry. Ducks back, sees it to be avoided. Smoke's now going to be set up. Seems like it's just going to be a matter of time, and there you go. Before he tries to go for a timing spray. Will be avoided. Sova drone may be able to spot out a little bit here as Jing going to be the one under some pressure. Blast pack attempted, but cannot pull the trigger on that one fast enough. Sugetsu, however, will get out traded. Something he's able to find that kill on Navai. Takes down DOS9 as well. Just there at the bottom of mid. With the rate falling, that leaves just Aves with an opportunity to find some more damage. Something is at 10 HP. Quick jump peek into the refract. Forsaken here, but will be able to steady the spray. Finds that elimination, and overall, it's a very clean anti-bonus from Paper Rex.
Yeah, that's exactly what they needed. They're giving up a really clean anti-eco to KC. You can see some of the early ideas for Paper Rex. Stack up, be aggressive early. They're always pushing the map somewhere so far. There's always somebody either going up mid or going through A quickly. I like the backup plans they have in that previous round. 3 push out A, have the harbor at B, over watching mid, and then can use that wall to stall things out a bit. Helps when Forsaken gets that big first kill, but Narrate going to be upgrading to the operator. Onto that chamber for that first kill, and he gets a tag.
Gets a tag, but does get taken down. Rather just Sugetsu. Just a rendezvous out to safety for Narrate. The regen armor, so back up to 25 on that front. Otherwise, HP is quite low. And Levin nearly with an opportunity to be able to split the difference there. Get the collat, but he cannot.
Oh, Narrate does a good job there, making sure that Jing can't scale forward off of A. So Paper Rex only going to be able to push forward through B, but the trip is there from Narrate. Keep something in check, but that does create an extra angle here, even if they're able to get through Market. Which it seems like they might, depends on what Devi wants to do.
Heard that Prowler. Now the top of the door. He shifts his sights back over, but will go re-peeking towards his top mid position. The operator going to be put away there for a brief moment. The shot ends up going wide, but right with that headhunter is able to take him down. These two players still very low. It's a very real opportunity for KC to still make a go of this in a 2v3. Envy holding close. Just the one shock dart. As far as the kit is concerned, looks like he wants to maybe just try to swing out of this one on a timing. Face it patiently, tries to go for it, gets a spot out. DOS9 now going to be taken down, and Narrate completely isolated at backside. No way in hell. Try to get his way out of here. Maybe can get some more damage in, get towards an ultimate, and he shall as Envy will fall. Something, however, is out for blood once that convergent path's online a little bit faster, and he'll get the extra charge towards it. So now tied up 2-2.
Yeah, it's really good map awareness from Paper Rex in this round. It could have gone very differently if they don't read that, you know, with that push up through mid, top, which direction it ends up going, because after they kill Devi, it's pretty wide open back there, but they send the 2 towards A. They read that nicely. I think because, you know, they feel like, okay, we've got something on the other side. Let's stick with our 2 setup, rely on him. He's still got full health. You know, Envy and Forsaken already a little bit beat up. Guess correctly, and that's going to be the operator into something's paws. Here's some noise.
Push out, Narrate immediately going to be dispatched. Paranoia now going to be sent, double dash over to the side, and Forsaken scaling forward at alley is able to intercept Sugetsu, so now the Viper gone. This is why they slam the door in the faces of KC. DOS9, however, little headshot, cheeky little scale forward, but something just leaps around the back, quickly gets the scope through. As the spike stranded over towards the defender's side. Levin not too far away from being able to recover that. Forsaken, eyes on the angle, but not on his rear. Aves, if he swings out, would have a very easy kill, but instead we'll send the Prowler. That's the alert here that Paper Rex needed.
Gotta go.
That's kind of unfortunate for Aves. Be kicking himself in the VOD review on that one.
No way to know. They're in the moment. Spike is going to be recovered. Aves pushing his way forward onto the site. Headshot to the back of the skull onto something, but now Devi as well, striking. Arriving on the scene, the Haunt going to be sent out. Aves, quick on the draw, is able to find the one. Lob it on that snake bite, and that's all to draw the attention away while Jing swoops in from the flank. Two players surviving. The op going to be carried over. Paper Rex now find themselves in the lead.
So much of these rounds coming down to just who's going to kind of outguess who on where they've maneuvered to on the map. It's getting very chaotic. Everybody's just trying to kind of find that extra space, find that extra angle. I mean, first it's DOS9, he gets shut down. Then it's Aves, who eventually finds one. Or a re-wrap from elbow, and it's a little bit all over the place right now, it feels like. A ton of ults as Paper Rex. Same for KC.
Showstopper going to be sent off the rip, looking for that stun. The lob in, but no, the rendezvous will take him out to safety, even though it's a short hob. The Hunter's Fury, however, looking to hound him down, has him low. It's going to be Forsaken having the kill. That's two invested off the rip. Rex get themselves into a decent enough position, but it's just the one player committing the ult in to try to have that operator online. Everybody else still going to be having armor as well as Vandals, so a 4v5 still possible for KC, but something scouted out by that Prowler. Quick little exit, double dashes out towards safety. While Jing pushing forward, and he's not going to press the issue. Rare signs of restraint, but then we'll just get taken down through the wall. DOS9 able to find him there. Salvez not quite going to be able to get the catch on Devi through that market door as it does get slammed shut.
Yeah, that's why they're going to slide something up to top mid to watch that. Case got a pretty good read now how this round is going to look. A lot of their base is covered.
Forsaken.
Face your fear.
A little bit of a delayed reaction there. Unable to find that kill, but Envy very much slotted forward just outside of main. Able to find a kill. Now they hear the sprint coming their way. The Neon, the slide in, breaks the aim of something. Weapon's going to be grabbed as well. 11 wants to try to utilize this as well. I've got an overdrive behind it, so I might as well go for it. They go pushing into his angle, which given they are sprinting, he's going to be able to have the read here. Slow things down.
Here.
11 should absolutely be favored. Just holding on this corner. No way to try to break that aim. And it will be Devi taken down. Envy now to try to clutch it, but as he swoops in, 11 with the recovered op will have his number, a 3K, to tie things up.
Well, this is just a great late round call from KC. They realize that the B site is a little bit overstacked, and that Neon gives something fit. It's a good early set piece from Paper Rex, using that showstopper to reveal the position of the chamber. They know where that rendezvous is going to be set up, so then they follow up immediately with that Hunter's Fury. But KC better just when it mattered most at the end of the round. What looked like a good start for Paper Rex, and maybe themselves pretty far ahead. Oh my God.
Straight into this, and Envy lucky. Be able to skirt back away from that one. Had he committed in with a drone, almost certainly would have died, but he also did have something there for the covering fire, so manages to find the punish. Get the early start here for Paper Rex in the round, and Devi will expound upon that as Levin gets taken down outside of market. AC still quickly trying to scale forward into the B site. They can still situated, just jiggling back, watching that main angle.
Yeah, KC knows that if they just play really patiently, you might catch somebody from Paper Rex making a mistake. Forsaken, though, does get the reconfirm. They're still in market.
Now the door to be shut. The swing to come through, and something to have the shot off is going to be taken down. DOS9 is the one that was previously spotted, so something knows there's a second player, but still just can't quite get on the angle, but Devi absolutely does. Spike now down on the floor. Narrate would be able to buy another operator into the next round, but in all likelihood, we'll have to just try to save this one so he can pass another weapon over to his teammates.
Yep. This should just be round over. But some good little adjustments here from Paper Rex. An extra layer to help out Envy over there on A. That first kill, that could have been a real problem. But again, we're starting to get a feel for the tempo and the pace of Paper Rex. I like that they match the pause. You know, they don't try to get over aggressive. They're not trying to push a bunch of space. You know, when KC has kind of claimed just a little bit of real estate of their own, they just hold the line and a little bit of jump peeking. You know, something takes a little bit of a better angle, I think, from top mid there to make sure that if it is, well, it could be a Neon or whatever, but he's going to be able to get that kill a little bit easier from that position.
And back in to a lead by 1. Obviously, the key weaponry that you really want to be having going to be carried over. That operator still in the hands here of Narrate, but as mentioned, has to go for a drop. Pass a weapon over to one of his teammates. Levin does have that overdrive to back up the Stinger as well, so could be seeing a bit of a pacier hit here for KC. For now, won't reveal onto 1, but look at the triple scale forward coming in. Look at the Dritz try to set up with that convergent pass. Jing now bounding forward. Levin completely slowed up inside of the snake bite, and Paper Rex have an absolutely gorgeous spot on read.
That is incredible. Using that toxic screen so nicely, and the timing, the coordination there, brilliant. Oh, it's nothing he can do at the end of this one. Something had him held out of Boba. My goodness.
And after a round like that, I think that if you're KC, you probably wanted to call a timeout here. Paper Rex is starting to have a very strong understanding of how you want to pilot your attacker's side. May just be time. Just go ahead, pump the brakes a little bit, and try to get some extra thoughts here for the players to try to make use of.
It's really nice for Paper Rex to get Jing going here. He really struggled in their first match against NRG. You know, something that we haven't seen too much from him since stage 1, since London. I mean, he was incredible. You talk about how good his Raze is, best Raze in the world. They lost both Raze maps, you know, against NRG, and that's tough when you put so many of your chips into that basket. You know, like, he's so good at times. So if they get him fired up as well, something already very much clicking on the Waylay, get that other duelist rolling, this should be pretty easy sledding for Paper Rex.
Yeah, and while it's not something that we see too often from something, obviously he's got plenty of experience playing the Waylay as well at this point.
Yeah.
Was his main duelist selection when Corrode was in the map pool. Let's see plenty of that. Goes back over to it here on Sunset. And I was curious what Paper Rex were kind of going to, look to slot in with these specific roles, because well, okay, not going to be leaning back into the Yoru. You're still not likely to find the same value, even if it is something. Map is just a little bit bigger compared to something like Ascent where he does play it. Meanwhile, though, that trade out will just quickly make an exit. Jing as well, trying to once again scale aggressively down into mid. Does have to back away, but all of this has established a very deep pit completely containing B main.
Paper Rex is expecting this to be an attempt to clear Device pit, so they've reinforced it with an extra player.
They might have to give that a reconsideration. A leg shot, though, out on Avaz. Not able to find that elimination. Puts him down to 5 HP, and that's going to have all of KC now starting to get clustered up on the A side of the map.
Narrate is going to dodge that drone, but should be an awareness in the back of Envy's mind that that's possible. Going to hold the elbow
Still watching
angle.
for it.
Yeah.
Great, reading the angles correctly, and will be able to find that headshot, clearing him out. Forsaken now trying to assess which direction the flood's going to be coming through, but he sends out that Reckoning, trying to slow up this approach. Dust9 going to be contained, just tucked away here in the back. Forsaken, however, fiercely just goes pushing forward, because of course he does. He's able to find the enemy Omen after all.
Welcome to my world.
With something finishing the job that he had started, is able to find that elimination, but Levin gets rid of Forsaken at the same time. Their own pit now placed, fanning out towards the back of site, as well as absorbing some of Alley.
There.
AC get this into a 3v3, and now decently favored to close out the round.
And you don't have a ton. You have a couple mollies.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Do they realize? Paint shell gonna be sent, but no swing wide enough to actually get the spot out there. Just a bound around the corner out towards safety. Divine out, arriving. The rendezvous placed, the leg spotted. Narrate. Just showing a bit too much, but Levin re-arrives over on the street side, cleans up Jing, gets it back into a 2v2, and the time is starting to bleed away. Devine's able to find Sugetsu. They have to stay on this defuse, the slide in, the turnaround, and Levin
Try that again.
gets the clutch, gets the 4K, and gets a 4th round win for KC.
Love this little bit of delayed aggression from KC here. Narrate able to get a big win against Envy at top mid. That starts making it really difficult for Paper Rex to have info on what's going on around the map. So then, Forsaken and something left to their own devices to try to lock this out. The pit almost doesn't work for KC. But Levin has another brilliant round. Just like we saw earlier, 10 kills for the Neon.
Looking for the stun on the array, but it's going to be something taken down. Dialed in on the angle. It's a big early punish. Is Envy as well. Now will fall. Forsaken having to backpedal away. Eats a little bit of damage to jump forward, though, right through the poison orb. And Narrate will be able to find him with a headhunter. And the wheels are starting to come off. Paper Rex, they were cruising. They were looking steady these last 2 rounds. Now, they look shaken. Operator not to be recovered. Jing just to play back, maybe try to find some kind of exits, but KC can just fan out over towards that defender's side and keep all 5 players alive.
At this time, I wonder if maybe that push from something was ahead of the dart, or the dart landed just a little late. Feels like a little bit of a timing thing there. Gave KC an opportunity to get that win and get out before the rest of Paper Rex could do anything about it. Regardless, good awareness from Narrate to be leading the charge with that operator like that. Not an easy task.
I'll find you.
He's able to shut down something who's been having a really solid map so far. Devi?
I think it's time for a timeout on the Paper X camp.
He's done it again.
Yeah, that's... I mean, just misjudging where they had planted the spike, where it was going to be safe, but obviously there was no one near him. Yeah. Okay, no timeout.
Why not?
We'll just leave it, but this is going to be pushing them lower and lower as far as the cash is concerned. Bank can be broken after this round if they're not able to find the win.
And I like KC's adjustment here in the macro, saying we've had a couple rounds that A has been successful for us. Let's try something a little bit different. Paper X initially just trying to make sure that 3 in a row won't be what they get just from that A side initially. Oh, something gets identified crossing there by Narrate onto the Devi. He sees a lot.
That it does. Relay bolt could be sent out. Space now getting taken. Paranoid does not connect on to Devi. But he's going to go swinging out, takes the fight, and does manage to win it for 1. Something now up and over into market, but Jing is also going to be struck down, so player advantage and something spammed to 5 HP.
Oh.
Narrate dialed in, something dispatched, looks for a little bit more, does Narrate, and he finds it. His Envy will also fall, and now it's just Forsaken. A world away, and the shot's not connecting. They're trying to hold on to this weapon, but and KC, it's one more round to be played. They have so much money. They can absolutely try to hound him down. Taken. Planting himself here in mid, finds the first, looks for the second, won't be able to get it done. Aves will find the elimination, putting him 1 away from a nightfall as KC now get up to 6.
And again, it's using some of that conditioning from the last couple rounds. This is a great read by Aves to say we've gone A twice, it's been successful. They're probably going to overstack that side. Let's go the other way. Devi, only good for 1. The trade's nice. And then Narrate, really sharp again with the operator. So just able to get into those post plants comfortably, hold those angles. Paper Rex never getting much done. Sugetsu's lurk as well. Really impactful there.
Able to just go ahead and force back Narrate far enough to get the showstopper online.
Taken, trying to use that one way to get himself positioned. That showstopper going to be in the back of KC's minds. That's why they have retreated for now, and look at this stack.
Massive push out into mid yet again from Paper X. This is kind of where they've been finding the most success. Will that continue or not? Sugetsu doing damn well to be able to come away with 1. Critically for Paper X, though. It is Envy that is dead. Not the showstopper, but okay. Narrate a little bit whippy at the start. He's able to slow it down, finds that kill. The showstopper comes away with absolutely nothing. Jing planting his feet, however, still going to be able to find DOS 9. Devi got Aves moments before. A 2v2 the spike, still there in main. Narrate swooping forward, grabbing it, rendezvousing back. Peek in, see if they go on this push. He will just make his exit. Jing now, ooh, puts away the gun right as the peek comes in, but Levin will decide to just back away. Jing quickly swooping forward, trying to find that elimination, but the damage is just not going to be coming through. Now right now with the swap of the guns, has the tour de force behind this Vandal. Jing tagged to 30. EC being well suited to make this a 7-5 half.
Just narrowly, Narrate's able to get there, get that spike up. This is going to be all the more difficult because Jing wanted to try to catch him in their rear. Oof. Timing again.
Away from the alley. Jing not going to have the spot. He does have a paint shell, but Levin, okay. Hearing a bit. Now we'll just take that fight forward. We'll be able to have that elimination now. Devaya 1v2, the time working against him. All right, not quite on the right angle. So kill is going to be found, but Levin, can he just play this correctly, play with his food? Will just push forward before the half can come in. It's going to be 7-5. KC out in front by 2.
Yeah, really impressive stuff from KC to bounce back. Run 4 in a row there at the end. Starting to get a good macro read. Able to kind of weather some of Paper Rex's aggressive maneuvers. Able to get some big shots when they needed them most. Started in the Pitzel, started with Sugetsu. Really clean bandit shooting there, and even though something able to find all the kills, wasn't able to find the round, and then from there, saw some good stuff from Levin in a couple of the rounds. He had a really impactful performance on the Neon. Really broke Paper Rex's lines at a couple moments where he's able to rush forward, get past the op, get past their guns a bit. But Narrate, that one rolled on. He got more and more comfortable with that operator. Really started to lock the players out.
Yeah, and they locked something out of being able to find an operator again.
Yep.
Just never were able to get that money rolling back through, never able to take it out of Narrate's hands, carry it over into the next round because it was that 4 rounds in a row that were collected by KC to close this out. So,
I mean, I think something went killless like 4 in those 4 rounds in a row, or maybe he got 1 in there, but it wasn't many because he was at 12 for a long time during that half. He'd gotten up to like 12 and 6, and then I don't think he found another one after that.
Yeah, was doing a lot of the early lifting, but then all of Paper Rex started dropping the spaghetti. A lot to be a little bit concerned about if you want Paper Rex to come away with this win on Sunset. 5 from the defender's side, not going to be too terrible. Obviously, as they are going to be running that double duelist, now shifting over to the attack. But if this doesn't have fangs and KC win another pistol, they're looking pretty well suited to collect a win on this opening map.
Yeah, I mean, I think you would feel like there's a shout here for Paper Rex for sure. But again, how much practice have they had on this map with this new comp? You know, how well drilled is this going to be? Sometimes that can kind of work for you because you're kind of figuring it out on the fly, which means your opponent is going to have a tough time maybe reading exactly what you're trying to accomplish with some of your macro and those kind of things. But usually it's going to be the more prepared team, the team that has the better protocols that comes through. Rex gonna scoop up. Okay, 2 sheriffs. Ghost for something. Dakin just gonna stick with the classic and armor. Jing with the frenzy. Anybody else on KC? Bandit for Sugetsu again. Sheriff for Levin.
They're starting to get clustered in mid again. End up being a very big fight here. Couple shots to go out. Paper Rex starting to lean in towards his A side of the map, but so too is KC. 4 players nearby enough. As Levin gonna go repositioning, wrapping around over into alley.
Oh,
Push
what a
through that
shot.
wall though, and yep, Divide. Whenever he's got a sheriff, you always have to be concerned with something. Now gonna get caught.
I'm out of here.
Levin bringing this back to parity. Swing at the corner. Chavez to stay tucked in. Finds the first, looks for a little bit more. Jing will be able to shut him down with that frenzy, but Levin still able to find Forsaken as well, so it's a 2v2 with Jing at 15 health. Points the first shot, 4 more in that headhunter though for Narrate. Absolutely still be deadly. They want to try to re-clear this and maybe even pivot. 30 seconds though. Have to start sprinting pretty damn soon, but maybe just a forward check and then a tuck back over to A.
I mean, I think they'd like to try to isolate Narrate, take him down. Doesn't give him the chance. Suspecting that they have moved all the way over towards B, but now he's going to know the time's just running too low.
Do they read the Sugetsu? Could be an alley. Jing going to be going for the plant that is safe from this position. No sightlines given over by Devi either. As Devi looking for the shots, and he cannot line them up. Jing dead off screen. It's another pistol for KC, who are now up by 3.
Yeah, again, it's just so slow here off the rip from Paper Rex that KC has tons of time to get their pieces into place. Even though, you know, Paper Rex's individual skill is able to fight back enough to get them into that 2v2, Jing was so weak already. Time was working against them, and that allowed Sugetsu to reposition. Not sure what happened there. Something just stuck out there, maybe some util from KC. The C's or something got players from Paper X caught up. Now, only a couple bandits and a sheriff this time. Oh my God, 11. He's a few players, goes for some sprays, but it's only gonna be Jing who takes any damage. So for Paper X there, not too shabby. Oh, something drifting back. Uses that refract just to get a little bit of info about what's going on in the B site. Now I think I try and challenge maybe a different part of the map. Prowler here doesn't confirm.
They want to go for a bit of a market split, but DOS9 able to offer up quite a bit of damage, but still suffers a hell of a lot in kind. 4 HP remaining on this Omen. They're going for the full push up now through up into this smoke, and Aves with that stinger ready to greet them. Paranoia as well. Gonna be sent through, but Devi able to find the one. Something gets the right click in. DOS9 gonna be taken down. Levin eliminated, and Paper Rex. Oh, it just feels like you can never really count them out. The Sugetsu will get one, but nothing more. It's a Thrifty. Go ahead and reply right back after dropping the pistol.
This is so crafty from Paper Rex, and again, the combos on the fly when they're gonna throw something one direction, another's gonna push out at the same time, and that's so hard to react to as KC. Aves there, just stuck in a bad position, and everybody's swinging together outside of the harbor smoke. Just a great moment there for Paper Rex, and KC has to be kicking themselves. Had a great opportunity to maybe put this map to a really difficult place, but Aves just says, okay, fine.
Are we just pendulum swinging this? Here we go. Thrifty into Thrifty. Aves can find another! Then yes, it absolutely can happen. Something now going to be isolated. The swing coming through. He cannot line it up. And my God, what a reply. KC looking to get themselves up to 9. 2 players down to 30 health. The weapons not been recollected here. DOS9 is going to be eating that stun. Knows exactly where Forsaken is. Shock Dart, they are heavily convinced about this, and yeah, they've got him down low. Shock Dart, he walks right into it!
He predicted he was gonna leave.
Meanwhile, Forsaken able to find the first, the spam through, Aves dead, and oh my God, they're rescuing this round. Just narrate. 1v2, a Bulldog in hand. 5 bullets and a Headhunter. But this is one of the most Paper X rounds. The last 2, I think, is a very good TLDR for this team.
That is an interesting smoke to set up there, Forsaken.
I'll just have to make him walk through, walk out of it. The shots ringing out, and Forsaken just dialed in on the angle, gets himself the 3K to save this round. Paper X now 1 away from tying it up.
It is so amazing to me sometimes when players just read a situation so well. They throw the harbor blind in there. DOS9 doesn't move a muscle, doesn't make any noise.
Like, nah, he's there.
Yeah, enemy's like, nah, I know you're there. And then not only does he get that, he predicts that he's going to leave when he does. I mean, crazy good stuff. Forsaken as well, brilliantly played there individually. That 3K, absolutely a difference maker. That's going to keep things very much alive here for Paper X. Something going to have that operator as well. So let's see if he can match a little bit of what Narrate was showing us with the chamber. Over on the other side, doesn't have the funds to get into it yet himself.
1 away from a showstopper is Jing. It's Devi taking this contact fight outside of market in mid, and he will get overwhelmed. So gets to the one to collect it. It's Forsaken now going to be spotted, just trying to set up this wall as they go for a faster hit onto the A site. Gonna get slowed down. Trademark on the one side. Boombot still having to clear through alley. Jing's gonna go up and over. Ends up getting slowed, but nothing to be spotted. Haunt reveal, so they know exactly where the rocket would be coming from. He's just gonna lob it over towards Street, where no one will receive it, but Dollsign's still gonna get caught. Now still isolated here. Behind the box on site, the scale forward from Levin, but Envy has him outdone. He's looking for the next. Forsaken gonna be swinging in, draws the attention, and Envy collects it. A third kill for him. As Jing is able to find Narrate, and now it's just Sugetsu having to backpedal, having to run away to save this weapon. The op will be carried over, and Paper Rex will tie it up 8-8.
Envy. That's definitely a Envy round. No doubt about it. Getting that first kill up onto the player on the box at back sight. That was really instrumental. Making sure that that retake could never really formulate. There just wasn't any legs to it after that. It felt like KC just was trying to individually make a play here and there to cut things down, and Paper Rex holding the line quite nicely. I mean, there's nothing Devi can do there. That's a really tricky spot to be in. Maybe if he had kind of held that angle just a half second longer initially when he was looking through the market door, he might have gotten one, but tough spot to be in. Good read by KC initially there to get that man advantage. But further as that one went on, Paper Rex individually took the round over. Boombot to make sure that Jing can get more, and oh boy.
Sugetsu, yep, it's just a death squad on the other side. Ooh. Clean fadeaway shot there from Levin. He wants to go in for a little bit more. 2 bullets remaining here in the cylinder, and he can't quite line it up. Jing finds Dollsign behind him, then cleans up the neon. This thrifty attempt not getting nearly as close here for KC, at least not at the moment, as Jing, he might have just activated. Was down at the bottom of the standings, and now is slingshotting his way up towards the top. Nothing more for Narrate to do.
Well, you especially don't want to give Jing another ult charge. He's nearly to another showstopper.
It's 3 away. And that's why he's the one sprinting on the prowl, looking for this chamber. Taken not too far off as well. In the end, it doesn't seem likely that they will be able to find him, but Paper X will find themselves back into a 1-round lead.
Could get to him potentially. A chance.
Fight gone, so 5 seconds remaining. Have to just rush at him. They're going to try to do so, but won't be able to find him in the end. So Narrate will be able to carry that Phantom over into the next. One away from a tour de force for himself, but Paper Rex very much finding their footing so far on this attacker side.
I have to imagine this is a good opportunity for a timeout, because both teams are going to be having some big ults coming into this next round. Reckoning Hunter's Fury for Paper Rex. You have the Nightfall plus Levin's Overdrive. So certainly here, Zeiss wants to talk about this a little bit and make sure that they get some value here, because it's a pivotal round in this map. You win this one, as KC, you're right back into it. You've got a really good chance to keep things at least very close, but if Paper Rex wins this one, you're back to losing money. You've just wasted an ult cycle, and it's really getting scary after that.
I mean, I'm just moderately shocked that we haven't seen a timeout call from Alex after some of the wild things that Paper X have done that costed them rounds, particularly in that first half. And he's decided to just keep it tabled for now. Holds both timeouts in his back pocket, has gotten both out of Karmine Corp.
Could be the old Termy strategy of they need to figure it out themselves.
I've done enough suffering. Let them suffer. Well, he might not be on the Sage, but Operator's still going to be passed over into Devi's hands, as it looks like something likely going to be needed for the entry.
Yeah, I like this. Devi usually really sturdy on this map with the Operator.
It's going to be a very quick hit, the Reckoning out. Naves just there behind this wall, still able to survive for now, but Levin's going to be punished as Jing is able to find that kill. Hunter's Fury going to be sent through as well as Invi will take that Naves. All right, with the quick peek in towards Talios, is able to find just the one kill, but has to try to escape, but he cannot. Divide with the up, able to strike. And now the players from KC split worlds apart. Getsu just watching here in market. Divide not quite ready on this approach, will get timinged. Taking down the drone to be sent through, trying to find this enemy Viper. Tries to swing out. Find a timing of his own, but Forsaken will deny. The 2 kills gonna be found. The operator can be recovered. And Paper Rex now starting to steady this lead.
Okay, now the timeout doesn't really come to fruition here for KC. Just don't quite have the right answers to that initial alt dump over at A into the pivot from Paper Rex when they realize that it's a little bit too congested over on that side of the map, and they make a nice move. And Devi, again, Johnny on the spot with that operator. Gonna have it for this round. The good news here is KC got the tour de force, got enough for another half buy. In terms of armors, you got a full buy with weapons. So you can still bring a lot of weaponry to bear.
Drone sent, walls up, showstoppers out. Paper Rex looking to try to make this one a very pacey hit. As Narrate able to escape the showstopper. Again, not going to be able to collect any eliminations. Saturate, however, keeps him contained into the corner. Now the pit is going to be invested as well. Something able to find the first as Levin will fall. The skirt forward. Narrate up close and personal. Quick scopes in, finds something for an elimination. They still have to find their way forward into this pit. And KC just don't have the right tools to try to breach this position. They're going to have to brute force it. It's DOS9, he's going to find both over in market. Now a 2v4, the spam through. Narrate fishing for anything that he can get. It's a smattering of damage found onto Envy. TP forward, quickly cancel Devi now for the reposition, but Envy to peel back some of the pressure. Devi out into the open, is able to find a second. Havas taken down, and Devi finds all 3 to close out the round and get Paper Rex up to 11.
I saw the evil cackle from Devi there on that one. He just absolutely saved that round for Paper Rex, because what a moment for DOS9. I thought they swing on him on a timing. This is exactly how you draw it up as Jing and Forsaken. They play this fine. They just can't hit their shots, and DOS9 does. And then Devi, through the wall there.
Now, even with the pit on their side, a 2v4, still damn impressive. 11-8. The buy a bit fractured as the overdrive is going to be coming through, and something left on a bit of an island, but no, still finds the headshot. Naves will be able to clean up one, but Convergent Path's going to be sent out as they look to try to reclaim this space in B main. The double dash in the back of sight. Jing held in position for the moment, but right now on that arrival from Boba, will be able to shut down the enemy Waylily, so player advantage back into the hands of KC.
Paper X trying to use an unexpected aggressive moment there where they're, pinned back. You've got the overdrive flying at you. You get nailed by the paranoia with a bunch of your players, and you're able to trade. Most teams would take a pause there. Paper X is like, no, we're going to try. KC very ready for that re-aggression, though. +9. Gonna say, hello, did he see the feet?
He must have done that, or we need to investigate. Either way, Forsaken, feeling back a miraculous kill, is able to get this into a 3v3. Sugetsu still having to make his way back from that A side of the map. Working through market in all likelihood. Envy will be watching the rear for now. No shocks, no Hunter's Fury. So it's very much relying on the dynamic duo Forsaken and Jing to try to hold this line. Drop down from Narrate. Swing in the corner of the gun barrel. Nearly spotted, but just has the read. But Forsaken on the counter swing is able to find 2 kills on 4, potential 4th. It's going to be a necessary one if he wants to clutch this and take them up to map point. He's considering the reckoning. And will just be sending that to the fuse. Just going to be held. He's got the poison orb. And Forsaken, he cannot get there. He just sticks it all the way to completion as KC get the clutch. They get a 9th round win.
Oh my God. It is just barely there. But Sugetsu knows that he really has no other choice but trying to stick it adjacent, just some little hesitation.
If anyone should know about sticking the fuses on Sunset, it's Forsaken.
That's true. That's a great read right there. I don't know if they can see the foot, but I thought right there Forsaken had locked it down, and Envy trying to cover the exit, but Sugetsu gets a big one, and we go again. Signs of life.
Levin again trying to find that aggression here. And this time we'll be able to skirt away unscathed. Sugetsu now, thinking that enough time has passed. Invests the pit, but it's only on the alley side. Still plenty of sight opened up, but obviously Trademark in position to alert. We've got 3 players out in mid to quickly try to recollapse and re-flood.
Yeah, so it's going to be a lot of pressure onto Forsaken potentially here. Do anything too crazy.
I have them.
That harbor wall kind of gives away that he was lingering in the back, but he's moving forward to group up. I think the timing on this hit.
Oh, and he's just watching. He's waiting for that raise to come bounding up over the top, but instead it's going to be something. Just pushing forward, able to find that kill, but traded back. Forsaken now will fall. Then getting slotted in. Divide trying to play him in, bait them forward. Meanwhile, something clearing the heart, but as he turns to the side, he ends up getting taken down. Divide. At the same time, able to find DOS9. Still a 3v3, but never mind. It is a 1v3 as Levin quickly cleans up 2 kills. Jing now isolated, cannot find the spray. Narrate will take him down. The defuse to come through, and KC not done with this map yet.
Yeah, it's just that little bit of extra timing there from KC where they're just fast enough to the punch. I mean, Forsaken gets into a position where he's trying to hold that flank angle, but there are 3 players there. The crosshair is just a little bit off. That cost him his life, then something dealt with by the recon, and even though there's some punch back from Paper Rex, it's Levin again who strikes when they need him. He's up to 18 on the map. Narrate was 17. Those 2 leading the charge, and there we go. Finally, Alex has said, okay, all right, maybe now I'll get in here and talk to them a bit.
Still a good amount of money to work with. AC not quite going to be able to break the bank and get an easy round out of Paper Rex. And again, I mean, we did just see the, the thrifty after the pistol loss. None of them were really that easy.
Yeah. Well, and I like some of the stuff that we've been seeing from KC eventually post their last time out, where they're really contesting that B main orb to make sure that Jing can't be funneling these showstoppers every other round. Like, they have to be a little bit more aggressive. They have to keep that Paper Rex ult economy cycle off their game. And so we've seen them take a couple rounds in a row where they've sent that Neon forward to claim that space and at least challenge Paper Rex for it, make them reconsider it. And they've been so quick to get back into position. So much of what KC's able to do here on Sunset flows through Levin.
This timeout going to be enough. The conversions so far haven't been fantastic, but Narrate just going to be making a quick exit. Does find some damage on the Jing.
Like the response. A little bit of aggression now from Paper Rex to take some space of their own.
Forsaken is making noise. Levin hearing all of this, just begging for him to come peeking.
Forsaken was just trying to bait from top mid, but
Not going to give him that chance. Meanwhile, wall falling, and Levin still able to find that kill. Something taken down. Meanwhile, Envy going to be overwhelmed. DOS9 cleans it up. Now it's a 3v5. Forsaken still convinced that Levin has not left his position, and he would be right for that. Reads back 1 to try to give them a chance. Left scratching their heads, wondering where the hell is going to be the best place to try to take this spike. Oh, God. It's Forsaken. A bit of a rough timing there. Sugetsu able to find it. Now, another 2v4 would be necessary for Paper Rex to try to take this up to map point.
that was really nice timing from KC. They knew exactly how long it would take him.
Aves looking for Jing. Puts him down a little bit lower. 30 HP. Just out of range of being wall banged, but it's still going to be caught. DOS9 able to find it, and Devi can't even pull the trigger. Narrate so damn fast with it. As KC tied up 11-11.
And now we're getting to the point where Paper Rex's economy suffering a bit. So his next round, so important here in this map. I mean, you have enough, but for the buy, and could have had the knockout blow. Levin there, tucked in nicely. Just nobody on Paper Rex really reading the map right now with these multi-man pushes. Isolated players getting caught. AC really making some nice reads, and it's got a ton of energy back into them. They have that Nightfall there. One away from a Hunter's Fury for Envy. It's going to be the closest ult for Paper X in this cycle.
Getsu just going to go backing away. Still this three-player lean. Forsaken with the spike. Solo at the moment. Looking for this peek, and Narrate gets a little antsy. Sends out those shots. Makes his exit with the rendezvous.
Going to be put into a tough position. Let's see if they can get this execute to go. Clear the drone. You know Narrate's back there.
Dash forward into the cubby. The wall getting set up. Some shots out there. Warning Levin, rerouting him as Hunter's Fury through. Will get the tag on a one, but cannot find that elimination in the end. Nightfall now going to be going out of Sugetsu quickly. Scales in behind this. All of Paper X evacuating the site, but something still here at Market is able to find the first as Sugetsu gets taken down. A little bit of ring around the rosy there that Levin comes out on top of. Cleans up a kill onto something. His shock dart's going to be sent in from Envy to try to delay, but he is tagged down low. His 8 HP remaining, but Devi refills the space from Market, finds the kill. Levin dead, Dust 9, now having to do it all. He cannot find it. Jing comes out on top, and Paper X now move up to map point.
Oh, this is a nifty little idea from Paper X to have an extra little layer there. They're able to get something tucked into Market. He strikes. There's so much attention on site behind that Nightfall from KC. They just kind of tunnel vision in that direction. A little bit of a in-ear issue there. Sugetsu maybe having a quick issue with the headset.
Having to get that checked out. Maybe the Nightfall effects lingering on past the round.
Yeah. It's the next big thing in gaming.
Mm-hmm. Death play. Now, look to get this rectified quickly, but KC, they're going to have to get this done in overtime. It's all very extended one, I believe, over on the other stream between Vitality. Taking that one, I actually don't even know where that went.
I mean, they're still on stage. I have no idea.
At the moment, that looks like Energy doing pretty decent. I was a 16-14 on Ascent.
Wow.
Well, you got two Titanic teams there on that stage, so really to be unexpected.
That one I knew was going to be a long series, one way or another.
All right, this one absolutely could be as well. If
Sure.
KC are able to close this out on Sunset.
KC have had some really nice rounds, some really good reads. Individually, some stellar moments from the likes of Levin and Narrate, who have been really, really instrumental here, keeping KC flowing. Paper X has had kind of a little bit of everything from everyone. Seen big multi-kill rounds from literally all 5 of those players in the pink and blue and purple. But hopefully this one doesn't take too long. I think maybe they're just going to try swapping his device there. Get the sound issue taken care of.
Unplug it, plug it back in again.
Yeah.
Power cycle.
Yeah.
All that good stuff.
The classic. But this is...
I mean, and that's already gone away, but I'm thinking back to the old days, cartridge games.
Oh, yeah.
N64, etc.
You had to...
Take out the cartridge, blow on it a little bit, try to clear the dust. Now we're hitting the point where physical media is just going to be completely dead. What a fun time.
What a world we live in. I do
still
miss
have
the
an archive?
cartridges. Do I still have a what?
Like an archive of all your old games? You have those still back in the States?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They're at my friend's house, but yeah, I have them. Still have a bunch of PS1 games. Those like...
Got my Genesis.
I have an original Nintendo, yeah.
It's either 2600 or 5200.
Oh, really? Okay.
Still have one of those. A couple different games.
That is even older than I had.
It's my
Nintendo's.
father's.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I'm not that old.
Well, when I was a kid, I had to have two Nintendos because I took when I was like 7, I took the first one apart because I wanted to see how it worked. And then I thought I could put it back together because I'm 7 and stupid.
Yep. And nothing's really changed over the
I'm still 7 years old.
34 years.
Stupid.
Still stupid. Maybe a little bit wiser. But it looks like we are ready to go back into the action here. So enough of us yapping about yesteryear.
Back in a flash.
See if KC can try to take this into overtime. Prowler to be cleared, the spam to connect, something. Work down to 76 health.
Jin gets a showstopper. Forsaken one away from a reckoning. Couldn't quite claim that orb himself. On the other side. So they want to give him the spike plant or what? Throw up the wall. Drone gonna lead the way. Not much resistance.
Showstopper sent. Haunt. Oh, gonna get the reveal. Lets them know where the showstopper is going to be coming from. Sends it forward. Damage not to be found. Alpha's just out of range of that.
Into the deep.
But they're going to try to fight this one forward. It looks like Reckoning going to be sent at DOS9. He's just trying to TP past it, not anticipating this forward layer from Paper Rex. He offers himself up on a platter as Jing is able to find himself a third, now the fourth. And maybe an ace to close out this map. Levin having to do it all. Finds the first, but needs so much more. Devi there, shuts him down. 13-11. Paper Rex change up the comp. They come out on top here on KC's pick of Sunset.
It certainly looked a little uncomfortable for Paper Rex, though. A map that used to be very much one of their hallmarks, but this time around, KC had some really nice ideas, some good mid-rounds, some good individual moments, but Paper Rex just a little bit too deep in the long run on that attack side. Some of those ult cycles catching in favorable moments and able to get lots of value out of it for Paper Rex.
Yeah. And?
It's like being the strongest
Keep
toddler.
going.
That's what they say.
All right, well,
Two
we'll
things
see.
can be right at the same time.
We'll see if Big Time's very strong prediction here comes through. Will Envy be the best breach in the world after this map
gonna
here
cry,
on Fracture? We'll find out here. RRQ has already been eliminated from the tournament. Paper Rex, as they always do, are the flag bearers for Pacific. They are one round away from doing it yet again and moving on to the next round. Karmine Corp trying to play in front of their fans, but to do so, they got to get through one of the best teams in the world. It's map number 2. Let's send it back on over to Paper Thin and Achilleos.
Thank you very much. Here we go. Fracture. Much to Kakuka's chagrin, has been a fantastic map for Paper Rex. Comp aside, still looking incredible. I'm being attacked by a Spanish woman.
I mean, it's okay to be wrong. They're just wrong, wrong, wrong.
Either way, we'll get ready to go into this as the barriers are going to drop. Couple sheriffs in hand. Devi, of course,
Down.
with that here for himself. KC first on this defense.
This is such a tough hill to climb here for KC, but if they can, man, the confidence should be sky high because this is a map that Paper X has only lost once this year, and that was in an overtime to Nongshim in week 1 of stage 1 in Pacific. Since then, they have been undefeated,
Destroyed.
particularly since switching to this comp. Pretty strong. Narrate, gonna get fault line, has to get the heck out of there.
Gonna backpedal away, but it's gonna be Levin taken down as Forsaken finds the opening kill. Stimby can try to storm them forward. Narrate now fallen as well as Devi on that approach from main is able to find the elimination. DOS9 tucked away, smoked off. It's one tap with that bandit. The jump over the side though, and Forsaken finds him with the classic. Something will get Aves, and suddenly Sugetsu arriving on the scene finds that all of his teammates have been taken down, but he's able to find one. Needs 3 more just like it. Smoke in his face, dissipated. 2 players, the front side of Gen. Envy just tucked away on site, and this should be unassailable for the Cypher.
You would think.
Well, they give him some 1v1s. It does manage to take down Jing, but Envy will just counter swing, finds that kill, and Paper Rex will take the opening pistol.
Yeah, just a nice little catch. That breach, finding value. Who would have thought? Does a nice job finding that early stun to set those 2 players scrambling from KC. The 2 duelists trying to line up and match the initial hit out of Arcade. That allows them to get that spam through for Paper X. And then Forsaken, of course, DOS9 is right there, and he just throws a flash and jumps through with the right clicks. He's going to keep a Sheriff into this one. Something's gonna have a Vandal. Envy Jing, Bulldogs. Devi with the Marshall. A quick clear, and something already has a kill.
And that push out of Dish going to be punished. Devi. Oop, sees the shoulder, and I don't think Sugetsu's seeing a damn thing, so gets enough worth around the corner to be able to take him down. Kill found, Levin out. To try his luck, but it's just going to be a shot to the mid-drift. Devi with a second, and now all the Paper Rex ready to just go ahead and pile into what they assume is an empty A site, and they would be correct.
Yeah, and it gives them the ability to grab another orb here. So, doing what you can. Chavez avoids danger for now.
Right now coming through, and this means that DOS9 in particular, in a bit of a stranded position, doesn't have a sky smoke to try to drop down, keep himself safe on the cross out. Does want Chavez to try to come away with his kill, and now, well, he's going to try his luck at it, but Devi will find the third. Forsaken will run down the enemy fade, and that's going to be a flawless anti-eco for Paper Rex to start things off 2-0.
Okay, smooth sailing for Paper Rex so far. Devi, sharp with a Marshall, good with a sniper. No, he can scoop those up, no problem. Scope's easy, so not much left to say now. Don't want to give over this bonus as KC.
It's a very strong bonus.
It is. Bacon had enough to buy up for another rifle because he only bought a sheriff in the previous. Nobody died. Certainly scary. I want to try to keep some of these orbs that you think maybe Paper X is really going to be prioritizing early to try to get Jing those showstoppers. Right here. Bit risky. So, going to use the paint shells to clear out the trip.
That trip gone, camera still going to be situated there on that entryway, but Jing just blasts back his way forward in towards Canteen. He's able to find one as DOS9's going to be taken down. Sugetsu able to find the one as they storm their way forward onto the site, and what an explosion of death in favor of Karmine Corp. Immediately able to find all 5 players. Sugetsu cleans up 3, and they stem the bleeding very quickly.
That's a really nice hold from Sugetsu. A little bit of help from some friends. You know, Paper X feels like they get that first kill. They get the Trailblazer that identifies what's going on site, and they can make a move, but KC just better in the hold. So it's going to be a big one for KC. Going to keep that economy okay. Keep the guns. Paper X into a position where there's a little bit more pressure on them economically.
Now you've got this neural theft online nice and early. All at a tower, no one to play that position, but DOS9 to be isolated on the site for now. Try to maybe skirt his way over. No, decides to just stay situated here within the smoke and finds the timing on the Devi. Something similarly going to be tagged out at 16, and now with that corpse, they're able to find that neural theft reveal, and Forsaken's trying to stay tucked into the corner, but will get taken down. Something around the back now going to be dealt with out from that underpass side. It leaves just Envy and Jing to try to fight their way forward against 3 on KC.
Envy's got the spike, and he's thinking about maybe changing directions here. Wants to clear a little bit of space. Risky, but
Jing needing to find that second kill. That would have been the thing that makes it feel very doable, but he in his own right still could absolutely clutch this out, but everything going to be working against him. Down in numbers, down in health. Doesn't have an ult. He's going to try to shift things up, go for a reposition.
I'd be hoping that KC had bit that he had gone to A.
Oh, Envy looking to try to take down Aves. He cannot. So tied up 2-2. Paper Rex. Economy getting whittled away at now.
Yeah, I think as Paper Rex, you're going to have to talk a little bit about what's going on this B site if you're going to keep trying to make some hits over in this direction, because the smokes are all over the place, and KC has been finding really good timings around them to shut down the initial hit. Sugetsu so wily there, and giving over that first blood allows that neural theft to come through, find the second as well, making it a little too easy there. But credit to them, they're very well prepared how to layer those smokes. And you've got the Cypher, Showstopper, should be avoided. I mean, KC's done a great job of making sure that they at least don't really take damage to these.
Okay, yeah. Tucked back around the corner. For a second, DOS9 was starting to push that angle. Re-wraps towards that rope side. Meanwhile, approach now coming in. 3 players from Dish. Envy, lone defender here. The top of sight. Sets out the aftershock, tries to buy some time. Plays wall, going to be situated, forces him a little bit further forward. Paint shell as well to try to buy some space with a re-approach coming in from that sand side. Envy able to find the one. DOS9 in a rate, however, answering back in kind, keeping it to a 3v3. A lockdown available, but not going to be needed. As Devi will clean up 3. Forsaken gets the final. Grabs up a gun. Paper Rex will reestablish a 1-round lead.
There's some good understanding here of KC of how Paper Rex likes to set up these A post plants. You know, they know they're probably going to tuck a player into that corner, so they're throwing a little bit of util Envy's direction, try to make him uncomfortable. And then they know they have to go clear rope because there's usually going to be 2 players over there. They just can't quite do it. Devi right where he needs to be when he needs to be there. Has that lockdown. Envy has a rolling thunder, but a couple ults there. Rate and DOS9 have theirs, but Sugetsu and DOS9 on Bulldogs only. The fun's starting to dwindle. KC, they can get this one. Get some of their ult cycles to go.
Oh, I mean, maybe not quite hearing that curveball either way. Something swings out into the open to his death.
You're dead.
Little strike, a non-factor now in this round as the running back's going to be coming through Narrate, trying to find a target. Swings the corner, but Jing will be able to shut that down, but Levin is right there behind him. Gets himself on the board at long last. As Devi now trying to clear down through this underpass, but Narrate absolutely has him screwed. Now it is just Forsaken and Envy in a 2v5. Boombot to find nothing, and there are so many angles that they have to try to re-clear. Or they can even consider trying to make a go of this, but in all likelihood, this should just be a save.
Yeah, I mean, again, KC understands the tendencies of Paper Rex and able to really beat them to the punch.
Spotting each other out. They see the breach, and that means that all the other players now rotating back over, but Envy wins that fight. Narrate's going to be taken down, but Forsaken only able to find the one before falling. Via tap of the rope, the Prowler scouting his position, trying to run them forward, gets the dink through the wall, but cannot finish the job. Aves stays alive, and KC find parity once again.
I think we might see a timeout. I would maybe consider one here as Alex. You want to talk a little bit about how to work the map a little bit more, how to be a little bit more prepared, because KC's being pretty aggressive themselves. Exactly what you need to be doing on the Fracture Defender side. And they're throwing you a lot of different looks. This time they come from sewers unexpectedly. That just throws the round completely off balance, and then Paper Rex knows that the Phoenix ult is coming, and so they have to just take a pause, but that means that you get a free trade there because you identify where Jing is. Got Levin right there behind Narrate. Absolutely need to talk this one over a little bit. You want to get a lot more rounds here on this attacker side for sure.
A lot more rounds, and you also have a lot of ultimates. I believe it's 4 online at the moment. Ready to go.
Yep.
Don't want us to be seeing the players overcommitting those.
Curious what the buy is going to look like for Paper Rex. How much money was left? Memory fails me in that regard, but important round. Try to set this off balance. Yeah, I was going to say, I think they were pretty poor. It's just going to be some Sheriffs. The Bandit, I mean, something only as a classic. Forsaken, the only one with anything really to buy up with. Just a Guardian. So, kind of brutal for Paper Rex because you would expect that you're going to lose this round, chew through some ult cycles, and then KC's going to be right back into theirs to match yours.
Oh, well, the timing found. Sugetsu tries to go in for that cam. Forsaken swing that corner, Guardian hand, able to find that elimination. Orbital Strike will slow down the rest of the players' approach. Meanwhile, Narrate able to burn Envy to a crisp. Sending out that molly, gets that kill. Paper Rex will be given the site for now. Well, Devi, world away, exploring into B, but even if he calls for the rotations, you still have Levin on this very deep angle. Outlaw in hand. Should be good for it. So something on this swing, headshot will be confirmed, and that's the spike now dropped. This is a very strange position for Paper X to be in.
Would think that this is going to be tough. Be very, very difficult.
Jing's got to clear this angle. But it's going to be Devi walking in first and foremost. So DOS9 able to find that kill. Jing repivoted, walking through Sands. Will take the rope up the top. And even then, not necessarily favored. Will still be able to come away with that kill. But there is so much more to do and just not enough time for it. Plows forward to his demise. Just the 2 eliminations found. And KC now up 4-3.
Well, I mean, what can you say? KC's just really got good reads right now. Good flow for the map. Again, I saw this on Sunset where they were able to start stringing rounds together on their defenders when they were starting to make some good maneuvers to kind of counteract what Paper X wanted to do. The utility's been so good here. DOS9's been phenomenal, I think, on the brim, even though he's not racking up a ton of kills. It's been really hard for Paper X to just get the gunfights cleanly that they want. 3 ults available. Concern for Paper X is there's 2 big ults of 11. Gonna rip one.
Which, first one's gonna be sent through. But Envy just gonna be taken down. A north side crunch. Sugetsu snapping on for the headshot. Devi eliminated. Jing at the same time, he's eating an immense amount of damage. He's down to 10. He's now dead. Narrate has him. And once again, there's a 2v5. KC just having a chokehold on this defender's half so far. They're looking to move up 5-3. 11 grabbing an orb, Forsaken. Grabbing a couple bullets between the eyes. And flawless here, the economy is already built up quite significantly for KC. Break Paper X's yet again. You're going to have players cash capped as, yep, Levin will make it a flawless.
Well, this is just going from bad to worse for Paper X because you don't have any buy to come into this next round, and you're sitting through 3 really powerful ults again without getting any value out of them. They're just spreading the map, and KC just keeps pushing every angle, and they're winning every fight.
Oh, yeah. Boy.
Yeah.
It felt inevitable, but it's still difficult to see here. Second and final timeout for Paper X here on Fracture. Going to be spent just 9 rounds, not even. 8 rounds of play. Alex very much not happy with the way that things have been going.
No. I mean, I think in some ways, you might just need to simplify the game a little bit here as Paper X. Just kind of 4-1. Death ball around the map a little bit. But the way that KC is responding to everything is just so, so good. I give so much credit to these players and the coaches. They are very well prepared. I mean, they knew that Fracture was going to be picked if they left it open. So, again, Paper X has been on quite the streak on this map. They obliterated Leviathan on it to open up the Masters London final. Just beat Vitality yesterday on it. Here today, AC is saying, no, we've got this figured out. We know how to shut you down. It's all sheriffs except for Jing with the bandit. And then let's get hit by, that's the Trailblazer there, but.
Okay.
Bye.
Belt of a shot just from main. DOS9 eliminated. Reveal was there, but Narrate can't really play off of it. Sugetsu's still going to be able to find one as the lockdown now placed. That underpass. Sugetsu, I was going to say, has to respect this one, but won't be allowed to escape. Jing will just come away with that elimination, and now suddenly, it's looking like a damn good thrifty here for Paper X as they start getting these weapons into their hands. 2v4, the swing in, something with the recovered Phantom, able to find Alves, and that leaves just Levin. Now to his own devices to try to stop this from going over, but this could be a huge swing round for Paper X. Feels very necessary after committing the second time out.
Oh, yes. Already giving up 5 on the defender side. That's brutal. I mean, this is already a win in this half for KC. Every other round they can get here is gravy. So all the pressure is onto Paper X. to be clean the rest of the way through.
But that is damn clean. I mean, you know,
That
Thrifty
was.
confirmed, but you also only had to commit the one ultimate into this, so you still hold on to 2 critical ones.
Yeah.
But that's about as good as it could be for Paper Rex to try to get themselves back into this attacker's side. But KC, like you said, still not quite sweating. They're still in a very comfortable position.
Oh.
Can they stop a momentum build-up is the question now.
And this time, you know, Paper Rex goes for that crunch on both sides of the map. And time maybe looking for the A hit. Gonna maybe challenge Aves here.
Try to get this orb into the hands of Jing, gives him a showstopper.
Yeah, he's been on guard duty. He has the Nightfall as well. I don't imagine he's going to want to rip it just to slow him down here. Now he knows where they're at. Now he can use it to counteract them because, look, you've got Narrate, you've got Sugetsu here, you've got the Cypher util.
Sugetsu going to have to be careful. I mean, he's still playing quite far forward. Showstopper up and over the top of the raid.
Oh.
Says, I can disrespect that. I've got to run it back. He's still able to find the kill. Something will be able to snap him back with the ultimate. Got to get himself, and it's a very open plant. This is incredibly risky. The peek's not coming in. Police wall now sent up. Molly is going to be sent out early, not using this for the post plant, just trying to stop and dissuade the push forward. Orbital strike as well, going to be committed. Paper Rex, it feels like they're sending everything far too early. Forsaken Divide, now gone. Something having to play forward here alongside his teammate, but they both just fall to the wayside. And this feels like a massive, monstrous overcook from Paper Rex as they drop the round.
Absolutely. This is beautifully thought out by KC. Again, they're so quick to react, but one of the things that's been really impressive today overall is the way that Narrate has been able to absorb Jing's showstoppers. We saw it with the Chamber on Sunset many times where he's the one there and then Rendezvous out. This time he has to run it back. He doesn't even get hit by it. Just blows right by it, and Jing just off balance with it.
I mean, what an inversion from what we had just seen. A gorgeous, thrifty one ult committed. There you get the showstopper, the rolling thunder, an orbital strike, everything invested, and they can't get the round over the line.
Oh, it's a huge Nightfall as well from Aves. It hit 3 players on Paper Rex. Nullified any of their ability to get into decent positions. Now Narrate tucked around the box. Just gonna bypass him. Let's see how quick he wants to be. To challenge something, and he wins.
And something now dead. Things still on this approach. Flash there, Narrate just sending out the molly to try to get himself covered. It ends up rebounding off the box, but it might not matter at all. Still gets Forsaken. Jing dead. Narrate recovering, finding Inby. Gets the 3K in device position, absolutely known. They'll find one, but nothing more. The best that Paper Rex can do is stop it from being a flawless KC. Already guaranteeing a lead at the half.
And they've just got so many plans here. Every time Paper X tries something, they're winning a bunch of the 1v1s. Narrate, another huge one. Instantly deletes something. That means your smokes are gone. Means this becomes way more challenging. Try to fight their way through, but KC has been reacting so quickly. Whatever Paper X tries to accomplish. Sugetsu even as a judge here. Plenty of money and has some kind of trickery up his sleeve. Ooh.
Up shot, not quite to connect, but Sugetsu just ready and waiting. He hears the player below him, but doesn't want to pull the trigger. Decides to just back off for now. Some space taken, but still no closer to getting their way forward into the site. Meanwhile, Karmine Corp, they are on this north side approach. Ping coming down, starting to get a sense of this as Paper Rex. Meanwhile, Devi is trying to beckon them back over to the A site that has been evacuated.
Well, it took a while, but I think Paper X has now kind of figured out what the real sort of game plan was here for KC, and that's just swarm off of contact. Forsaken going to be able to get his ult here, assuming he can get the plant down. DOS9 and Aves not too far away. They're having to check so many angles, so many corners here as Paper Rex.
And the longer they take, the more obvious this becomes. Meanwhile, something is going to be found. Narrate just pushed down through the underpass. He's able to find that kill. Font up over the top, not going to be getting a reveal. Right now in play, and the Seekers sent immediately by Forsaken. The flash over the top, trying to go for a timing shot. Aves, however, able to avoid it. Meanwhile, Forsaken has to backpedal away as a run it back is going to be called in. Envy still on this approach, trying to slide in from behind. Intercept Will be able to do so. Aves now eliminated. Is Forsaken going to be forced into the open by that Molly. Lemon, however, able to find one. Envy up over the top. Cleans up DOS9. Gets it back into a 2v2. Time bled away. But Envy will fall, and Jing now has to do it all. Fully flashed up. Doesn't know which way is up, and that is going to be Narrate with a 4K. The defuse to come in, and Karmine Corp will make this 8-4 at the half.
Well, this is feeling pretty darn comfy for Narrate and Karmine Corp. That was an incredible round from him. He really found a ton of value with that Phoenix as it went along. So many ults that he's able to run together. Able to absorb so much pressure from Paper Rex. What looked like maybe it was going to be a pretty clean start for Paper Rex quickly crumbled. Karmine Corp is just feasting.
Nice, Sugetsu and Narrate in particular. A massive half for both of these players. And if that is going to continue as they move over to the attack, then yep, I'm feeling pretty confident about seeing these squads go over to Lotus. The third and final map to determine it all. See who is going to be going home and who gets to stick around. Play against the loser of the other ongoing series. Vitality and NRG fighting tooth and nail at the moment on their third and final map.
I just love the game theory here. Love the individual play from Karmine Corp. Sugetsu, absolutely just so annoying. DOS9, really timely. A lot of his utility. Narrate, so good with that Phoenix. Started to cause a lot of problems with those A-site post plants. Just about everything Paper X tried. Aborted.
And there's no further help. Both timeouts committed. This has to be on the players after this break. Run back enough rounds and force a timeout out of KC. That's the only way that Alex is going to be able to communicate after this one.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Paper Rex, you got to have maybe the best defender side on Fracture you've had ever to roll this back. I mean, certainly they can be good on that side of the map. They do generally play it pretty well. They do generally play it more like an attacker side. So it can be a little tricky to go up against them, but just felt a little bit shaken there. Everything looked a little bit crisp, clean for Karmine Corp. Every department. Paper X, not so much. They looked a little off balance, a little discombobulated. A big time pistol. If Paper X can get this, yeah, there's definitely a shout. There's definitely a hope. Karmine Corp gets it. You have such a massive hill to climb. So they're going to stack 4 up towards the north side of the map. They're looking to use a little bit of contact for a breach stun, but everybody on Karmine Corp is just on the south side, so.
Basically full gambling on this A side of the map. Forsaken just going to be shifting over. Envy, the next closest player.
Could be a pivot off the clear this trip. Let's see. It's kind of going to come down to timing.
A little bit of spam and plenty of damage is going to be found. Meanwhile, Envy from up and over the top, Sugetsu is not able to spot him. Well, get some damage across, but cannot find that kill. Swing in though, DOS9 taking down the first. Jing eliminated. Devi dancing around these shots. The stun to be avoided, but Devi turns the sights over to main, and Aves is going to be taken down. 2 players, 30 health between them. DOS9, the only one at full HP. The turret to be placed forward into the smoke to try to scout him out. Envy walks right up into him. Doesn't manage to get the spot, but now it is all down to 11. 4 HP will find a parting gift kill on a Forsaken, but cannot stop Paper X from retaking the site. They will find the pistol they so desperately need. Shorten that gap down to 3 rounds.
Yeah, I like the idea here from Paper X. You know, gamble stack one side of the map and just match in the other direction. And they're able to be a little bit patient behind that trip. Envy wins a huge fight there against Getsu, keeps the flanks clear. That allows them to keep their eyes forward. A little bit of trickery attempted by DOS9. Dealt with, cleaned up. Paper X fans, the edge of their seats, but feeling a little bit better after that. But look at this buy. This is This has bonus conversion written all over it for Paper X if they can get this round to go.
Well, that's exactly what they want. Something, however, needing the backpedal, not overstep. Does have some healing to come through. Well, Blaze Wall's going to be sent over into main. Levin getting tagged off screen as well, as Avaz, if he swings his corner, might just be dead, but... Oh, yeah, shot into the thigh. Will fall down to 35 HP. And something... Hoping that he comes his way to collect that elimination. Would love to try to get that orbital strike online quickly. That's tucked here. Jing. Oh, well, there's the cam. Sugetsu revealing his position. Not ready for that second player to be there. Defy will find that kill. Looks for another swing in. Dawson catching him off guard. And now they overwhelm Jing. A Guardian now going to be on the floor. And snatched up, the site to be taken. And suddenly this is a decent position for Karmine to try to win out, but do have two players very low on health. Plant in the aftershock to try to push right into the open. Something's able to collect that one with the Sheriff shot, and that's the Guardian now stranded. Nor to be pushed, Forsaken to find it. Just has the reaction time. And the cleanup will be there. 3 players to survive. The key weaponry to be recollected. Paper Rex will make this an 8-6 scoreline.
That's gigantic that Paper X is able to recover this, because there was a moment here, KC being really patient, really tricky. If Sugetsu doesn't reveal his presence there, I think he's got at least one more kill. He pops that camera and goes for the play. Still, I like the idea from KC, bouncing across the map a little bit. You know, Paper X wants to keep pushing because they think that maybe A had been left open. You just find the Cypher there. Usually that player, again, often going to be on their own, so you're trying to capitalize on that advantage, trying to get into quicker rotates, but turned out KC was already rotating off the back of him, being so close to the front of A for so long, and here you go. A couple Guardians, a couple Rifles, Marshall for something. Slowed down by KC.
Fault line out. A couple players going to be contained into the corner. The flash connecting on a Forsaken. Sends that guiding light up and over the top. Steadies the aim. Nearly finds himself at second. Avez does manage to survive. 40 health, but now Envy joining in the fight. Looks for a little bit more, but eventually gets punished. And the right finds Jing. Just the 2 players left standing. Something with the Marshal, the Prowler, not to scout him. Has that Sheriff still in hand, though. Finds the first. Finds the second. Now it's just Narrate. Never sprays through the box. The plant to come in. Has a run it back available. Does he send it for the 1v1? The curveball out. Gets the spot. And gets an immense amount of damage. Devi tagged at 21. It should have this done and dusted. It has to be a quick, crisp, and clean headshot from Devi to try to take this one. He won't be able to have it. Narrate gets himself a 4K clutch to deny the bonus conversion, but it's an immense amount of damage still dealt by Paper X.
Narrate, just incredible today. Not sure if Devi made some noise there, and he was able to time that curveball. Looked like maybe there was a shout here for a moment. Paper X trying to set up that crunch from Sewers, but
it's something doing his damnedest.
He did. I mean, this almost was his, but spam through the box. Nice. 4K again for Narrate.
29-2.
He is frying.
Well out in front here at the top of the lobby.
Flash.
Orbital strike is online. Run it back, maybe to be committed here. As Orbital's just going to be called in. Anticipating that this player went up over the top at 11, found just enough space to tuck away, avoid taking damage. So in the end, that pull of the trigger does not get rewarded with much of anything. Jing now, however, on the push forward is able to find 2. Maybe with 2 of his own, but the reply kills are there. Avez himself afloat in this round. Divide jumping across, spotting him out, the 1-2 swing coming in, and something to collect it, not allowing for Avez to isolate. Paper Rex steadying the ship and keeping things close.
It's just a very Paper X round here. Just throw everything into the blender. Hope it comes out okay, and it does. Let's rely on those players. Jing, it's up close and personal. Been favoring the Phantom today. It is the perfect gun in that scenario.
Sugetsu is going to go
Outlaw.
Yeah.
2 players, 1 shot to it. Outlaw for Forsaken too, though. That's the player you would normally expect to have the Outlaw on Paper Rex. He's one tap to it, and he's like, whoops, I need help.
Yeah, has to backpedal away now. Here's the Boombot as well on that dish side.
Forsaken trying to get into a position to punish Sugetsu. Has to be concerned about some of that Cypher utility potentially being there.
Trying to push him back with its presence from Jing, and it has worked a treat. Get him completely isolated. Meanwhile, turret there to take contact from tower. Devi just slotting back in here at Canteen.
Narrate's trying to sell a fake. Paper Rex isn't buying it.
Well, especially not after that jiggle peek. On down over the top. The reveal is there, and Devi has to backpedal away. He thought he was going to be safe from that position, but he still finds a good amount of damage. Aves tagged down to 2. Meanwhile, Forsaken re-swinging. Has that Outlaw still and has them dead to rights. Jing will deny any potential for an ace here in this round. That leaves just Narrate with a Sheriff in hand. Paper Rex looking to make this a flawless, as they will get within a 1 round of tying things up.
Guns available over here.
Still doesn't even get, oh, it just deactivated. Just got recalled. But on the peak, Forsaken will get the 4K in the end, in flawless fashion at that.
Okay, Forsaken out, starting to get a little rowdy on stage. Trying to rally the troops there too. Hearing some cries from one of the leaders of the team. I'll say him and Devi pretty equally share the role, it feels like most days. Ooh, fantastic. But the patience there and the fact that something doesn't get tagged by that Outlaw, really huge in the way that Paper Rex is then able to make some really nice adjustments in that round to flush Sugetsu into that first kill, to take the danger, the big danger weapon out of that round. And then from there, just hold the line. So that's going to give you a little bit of breathing room. You're going to have some ults for Paper Rex. And that's why KC wants to take a timeout.
Well, the seal want to go back much if the Outlaw was still in the hands of Paper Rex, but I think you can continue to get value off that one. Sugetsu at least is not going to be able to go for a full util, full armor buy, unless he wants to lean back on something like a Bulldog or a Guardian.
Yeah, I think Paper Rex might have bought anyway, like right before the timeout was called. I saw somebody spend a bunch of cash, so they might have dropped it. But yes, it was still in Forsaken's hands, so they very well could have kept it if they wanted to try and make that work. Throw it over to maybe something or Devi, you never know. Forsaken has the Seekers off of that round, so he's feeling pretty good. I think they were 1 away from Envy's ult. Yes. And meanwhile, KC has everything. You basically have everything since Sugetsu's 1 away from the neural theft. Oh my god.
Jing is just going for this crunch play. Camera to spot him out. Dawson going to be contained into the corner, but that is a casual fadeaway shot as the Brim is immediately dispatched. Orbital strike now no longer a concern. Devi trying to delay. Showstopper out the Prowler to scout, and that's going to be him dead to rights as the Showstopper connects at his feet. Swing in though, it's just a shutdown on the ultimate for now as Sugetsu will get spotted here in the corner. The Nightfall going to be sent through, but Jing has already cleared the angle. He's able to find that kill. Levin trading it back, keeps it in a 3v3. His paint shell will force Envy away. Site now opened up, but Levin trying to take the fight forward into the spawn. Cannot find the contact he was looking for. Has to back away. 1 smoke remaining here for something. Aves just jiggling on this angle. The Molly given a consideration for now as the guiding light sent forward, looking to try to find this kill here is Forsaken, but Narrate just swings out a little bit wider, and he's not ready for it. Now suddenly, KC in with the advantage. Quick clear on that haunt. Levin still on dish, the time bleeding away. Swing out, KC. It's going to be Aves cleaning up the final 2 kills as they will hit double digits. Paper Rex now trailing by 2 again.
Yeah, and again, it's a huge round for Narrate. He has been so instrumental, and he keeps that extra angle on lockdown. Wins the 1v1 against Forsaken there. You know, a hot start. Devi trying to cheat, trying to see if he can get away with being undetected right around that corner, see if he can get an early punish on the execute. But the Prowler connects, and he's just dead to rights. So good diligence being shown by Karmine Corp. You did get a couple outs out of Karmine Corp. Oh boy.
Well, that's a hell of a lot of unhealable damage. Suffered by Forsaken. Quickly has to give it the space. The turret cleared the nano. He's buying some time. His paint shell just get chucked in. Triple approach on the north side. The Rolling Thunder is going to be called in, though, and it's going to connect on absolutely no one. Divine now trying to hold the line here on the site. Array going to be forced out of position, drops down to his death. Divine just trying to take the fight before the orbital will connect. Ends up falling to the wayside. Now the neural theft going to be called in, but Dals9 is going to be taken down as Envy is able to find that kill. Brings it now into a 3v2. Spike in hand for Levin, the plant to go in. Look, Envy going to be taking the rope across towards that south side, joined in by Jing, but this is going to be critical time bought in the post plant for KC.
They're going to see it too. Cam was still there.
At least saw the one, not sure if he saw the second, so even if he wins the fight versus Envy, he might not be ready for Jing. We're bounding forward, but Jing will just go ahead, clean him up very quickly. And now it is just Levin. The spot out and something with a readjust finds the kill. A 9th round here for Paper Rex once again. Just trailing by 1 behind KC.
This is just wild scenes in this round. I mean, it's one of those rounds where every moment it just can change at the drop of a pin, and you know, you feel like that Rolling Thunder misses. It gives away the script on Paper X trying to make this long flank, but they only send Narrate over to deal with it. He faces a firing squad. Even though the curveball might connect onto 1 or 2, it can't connect onto all 3. The Danger Man out of the round. Rest of Paper Rex able to do what they need to. Jing's gonna have the showstopper. Divide 1 away from a lockdown. Now you're out of the ult cycle for KC. You got 1 out of it. For Rex. Forsaken looking to challenge the angle just a little bit, but doesn't feel comfortable, and I can't blame him, even though it is a weaker buy. Sugetsu again has that outlaw. Jing, the only one tap to it. Something knows Narrate is there. Ask for Forsaken to maybe come help. Oh, what a shot.
What a shot. What a face forward from Levin. Something absolutely destroyed. Triple push now coming through, trying to capitalize and collapse in onto the enemy. Brimstone, Dals9 just lingering here within the smoke, and Jing eliminated, denied any value from that showstopper, and it's just this one Sky Smoke keeping them contained. He will be able to find him in the end. Gets us back into a 3v3. The spike being ushered across, but Forsaken finds a backstep onto Sugetsu, so now player advantage going to be established. Levin, however, at the ready. Pushes the door, finds Devi. 2v2, the heal's going to be coming through. His Envy will have to try to pace forward, but Levin shuts him down. A monstrous 4K. KC again, just do not allow for Paper Rex to tie this up.
No, they're just too sharp. This turn, it's Levin's time to shine. This shot initially, absolutely ridiculous to take something out of the equation. And then there's a hope here for Paper Rex. They've got a numbers advantage, but the timing, Devi just not even really considering that he could have been there already. Gets caught looking the wrong way, and Levin's in a much more prime position to take that fight.
Showstopper immediately going to be sent off the rip. Levin looking for a target around Sands. Jing, however, late lurking, but does get punished. Just doesn't pull the trigger fast enough, and Dals9 is able to find him. Minor damage going to be suffered. Starting to get chaotic now as players get lost within the smokes and the flashes. Paint shell to be lobbed in, trying to desperately clear out this lockdown, and there it is. It has been destroyed. The molly as well on top, just to ensure that it cannot survive. Peak going through, but Envy unable to find Dals9. Stays alive despite the cage being there, despite them having the advantages.
Now we're cooking.
As something now would have to get the ace clutch to stop them from advancing up to map point. And given the money, the lack thereof, no other choice but to just simply back away, try to play for overtime. This Vandal has to be retained. KC, 12-9, Lotus, just there on the horizon.
This is so incredible. What a couple rounds here from KC. They're right back in the driver's seat. So many moments where they have just been sharper. And now 3 in a row required here just to take it to OT for Paper Rex. Should be rather difficult given the economic situation we just saw. A couple players on 0. So going forward, it is going to be very precarious with the bye. Loss streak bonus gives you a little bit of an extra boost, but it's not great.
No, certainly not. Spectre, Guardian, Sheriff, Stinger, half armors. Very commonplace here. Forsaken, forced away. Lucky to stay alive for now, but for how long is the question? Flash forward into the raid's face. Buying some time as they run it back. Ready to expire. Tosses the molly forward here in the tower, and Levin taking a position, staring in towards Canteen. Drops down and finds Envy as well. And that should just be it. As Levin is tearing them limb from limb. Another paint shell chucked forward, just keeping them zoned away. Levin on the hunt. Here's Devi on the retreat. He tries to rewrap to join in. And while an ace might not be on the cards, map 3 absolutely is. Jing, not a way to do a damn thing. 13-9, KC in flawless fashion will close out Fracture and push us the distance.
Finally, somebody has stopped Paper Rex's reign of terror on Fracture this year. And it's Karmine Corp, the unexpected heroes, going to force that final map. And just from start to finish had great reads. Really understood how to work the map.
Operator duel here between him and something could be absolutely tournament deciding for both of these squads.
All right, here we go. Let us know how you feel at home. If you are a Paper Rex lover, if you're a Karmine Corp lover, this is why we watch EWC. The tournament is so grueling and so crushing despite the favorites coming on into it. Karmine Corp has turned on up, and Paper Rex, well, with their backs against the wall. One team can move on to play against NRG. If you win, if you lose, it's on the plane ticket home. Let's send it on over to the casters to the final round here. It is Paper Rex and Karmine Corp. It's Achilleos and Paper Thin.
Once again, into the breach we go. Here, Lotus to decide it all. Paper Rex to try to eliminate Karmine Corp, deny them the opportunity to play in front of a home crowd, keep themselves afloat here at EWC. Karmine Corp, the momentum very much on their side. A very narrow loss on their pick of Sunset into a very concise win on Paper Rex's Fracture. As we see, they're going for a 4-player stack and crunch out towards Mound, but KC not really having any of this.
Yeah, my eyes immediately go towards Narrate for this map. He's been so damn good today. On top of being impactful with the guns, been doing it with the brains. Absorbing Jing's showstoppers time and time again so they don't find value. That's going to be key here again on Lotus. Paranoia at the ready for Forsaken. Looking for contact, but it might come in a way they don't expect. Levin's gone all the way over to the door, and here they go.
Looking to try to draw some of that tension back, peel some pressure for Sugetsu, and so far it is working a decent treat. Jump to the corner though, but his life on the line is Forsaken. As Jing will be able to find that kill. Devi popping the flash, pushing forward, is able to find out Aves, but Narrate trades it back.
Usually he gets one there even. That was a very big kill because it gives that extra man advantage. Levin continues to scale back towards defender's spawn. DOS9 ready with the paranoia, and Narrate's right there to claim a life.
They're collecting one, DOS9 collects one as well. Jing now going to be taken down, and suddenly the player advantage is in the hands of KC. Forsaken having to just push out of the smoke, and DOS9 has him dead, and now it is all down to something completely corralled, and Narrate. Headhunter Sheriff, doesn't matter, this man is dialed in. Gets the 3K, and KC get another pistol.
The story's been him today. That is just devastating what he's able to do with that chamber. A nice tee up from DOS9 too. Looked like this was gonna go pretty well for Paper Rex. They read the tucked in position of Sugetsu. You know, Devi at least able to find one with a cheeky little reposition around the smoke, but no. the better play on site for Karmine Corp, and really they have had Paper Rex's number in a lot of the bigger picture sense. Let's see what the buy-up looks like here for Paper Rex. Just one bandit, and well, okay.
They're fully ready for this. It's just a firing squad. A paint shell to no avail as DOS9 will collect 3 for himself. And now just something to try to see if he can stop it from being a flawless, and he cannot. All right, we'll shut him down. We very quickly go into the bonus.
It's red alert now for Paper Rex. That's a tough one. Try to overstack that angle, and just a nice little tight headshot line over the box for DOS9. He collects 5-0 to start for him, 4-0 for Narrate. Into the buy round even, again, because Paper Rex likes to try to sneak in those extra pistols. It's only going to be a couple Guardians for Devi and Envy. Great. Still on that Marshall. Everybody else, Bulldogs and Vandals. Something very aggressive angle. Bunch of footstep noise being made over here. Maybe to try to bait a little bit for something, but KC waiting for this push out.
Oh, Alves does get taken down, but DOS9 still there, ever present. Cleans up kill on a Forsaken. Now he's immediately going to go TPing with that spike over to the A site. 11 has just about cleared. Quick pivots necessary here for Paper Rex. As KC certainly upping the pace with that ult play.
Love the creativity.
Clear of the arc rows. 11 now to try to scale forward. Tailwind will get the spot out and something, able to find him with that kill. Blinded up, however, and DOS9 collecting 1 Devi. Going to be taken down now, a 2v3 to stop this bonus conversion. Jing just trying to tap through, trying to fish for anything. He comes up empty-handed. DOS9 standing tall. Another 3K and another round in the hands of Karmine Corp.
Well, DOS9 made his Tier 1 debut in Pacific, so he's pretty aware of how Paper Rex likes to operate. And this time, another really nice round. He's able to get that ult.
What,
TP
8-0?
over. Yep. Hit another nice paranoia. Beautiful.
8-0-2, 5-0 for Narrate. Looking like gods so far. Attempted fight over here by Rubble. Sugetsu will just shrug off a bit of damage from that paint shell, drop back. Out towards relative safety. Paper Rex come up empty-handed once again.
Yeah, they're just trying to turn up the tempo, trying to play their game.
Oh, well.
Will catch DOS9. Finally, he dies.
A little bit of an oopsie there to give away the first death. Quick check out from B main, nothing going to be spotted, and Paper Rex starting to assess that this is going to be an A hit again as Pickle peeks out from Forsaken. The fast lane is going to be set up. It's a slow scale forward, but all of this a bit of a ruse now as they want to try to pivot. Spike again being taken over. As Narrate pop this Vice Wall. Just playing around with information as there's the jump and Forsaken will fall. Will be able to get on top of him, finds the headshot, a weapon to be collected. Still an opportunity for Paper Rex to try to make this a thrifty, but they have Narrate in a post-plant angle with that outlaw on hand. Everyone's susceptible to it.
And you've got one flash. You got Jing satchels.
Tap at the door, just sliding along the side of this one here is Devi. Now going to be spotted and dealt with. Sugetsu able to find that, bringing it back into a 3v3. The jump up over the top of Narrate. Just enough time to be able to find the shot. Jing going to be taken down. Envy now eliminated. It's all on something. Try to stop this from going 4-0. The cash, not really a concern at all. KC have got buckets of it at this point. They will deny him any further damage.
Well, might be seeing another early timeout from the Paper Rex camp. This is already spiraling out of control. And, you know, Paper Rex has moments here where you think, okay, they can get this done, but again, Devi takes that challenge at the door. Sugetsu's good for it. Narrate has been just immaculate. I mean, there is no room to criticize him today, the way he's been playing. He's been hitting some incredible shots along the way.
Showstopper to be invested Lobs it into the corner, does not find that kill, and DOS9 gets on top of Envy and finds Jing as well. Something with the operator, only going to be good for the one. Meanwhile, Narrate just re-swings around Rubble, finds Forsaken. Tap at the door, a pivot to the C site. Both players completely surrounded. Divine making noise. Levin looking for the kill. And he makes it look casual, and Narrate has the backstab, and KC have full reign, full control.
They're just so smart, taking those little advantages, matching some of this aggression of Paper Rex. And this showstopper, don't know how it doesn't kill DOS9, doesn't matter, because he makes the most of it. Oh, Levin. Sick shot there. And there's that timeout, because things already absolutely crumbling, and you're not even into something's Blade Storm yet. Going into round 6. So you don't have that to rely on here in this eco. You tried the showstopper again. Jing just hasn't been himself, and I mean, again, you could give a lot of credit to Narrate with the way he's been playing the Chamber and the Phoenix to absorb it, but this round here, they know that DOS9 is there. They just can't get it to go. The little things make those rounds spiral out of control quickly, because KC definitely sense the weakness in Paper Rex right now. And they're going to pounce on every opportunity.
That's a whole lot of nothing. Something with a classic, just gonna try to play to get this orb, so nade out, clear some space, stop Sugetsu from scaling. The Blade Storm online.
Get out of my
So
way.
far, the plan working out. Question becomes, can you now get value off of this ultimate? Can you find a Thrifty? KC already getting up to 6.
Yeah,
That
that
would
smoke
be
is...
much a death sentence.
Yeah, absolutely. But that smoke right there, just... They know right away. Nope. Paper Rex is gearing up for a fight.
Something able to find one, should have gotten the shoulder spot as well. Sugetsu going to be known for now. So it's a kill found, but not a weapon recovered. While another TP forward onto the site, DOS9 just clearing things out. Spike will be held back for the moment by the Vice Wall. Divine. First one on the scene, something ready to tap this door.
They're really going to try to spread Karmine Corp thin, waiting for the reinforcements. They've got them boxed in on the site. A lot of flashes to work with here.
Poke off DOS9's position for now. Something trying to work his way out on the mound, is able to do so now, joining in alongside 2 of his teammates. Still 5 players strong. Jing did manage to grab that panel, but he's going to be the first to fall as Narrate is able to find one. Envy with the Sheriff shot takes down Levin. Divine getting a piece of the action. The blades will connect. The timeout call works at Tree Operator as well. A nice little bonus gift here for Paper Rex, as they will be able to find the Thrifty and get themselves on the board in round 6.
Yeah, I mean, I think just a little bit of, hey, let's make sure we're not giving up that A Rubble fight too easily early in the round. That's caused some problems where players have been able to gain space either towards Rubble or towards that A orb and cause a lot of players to go down early for Paper X this time. They fight for it, and it has a double effect of getting the Blade Storm into something's hands. He's able to make damn good use of it. That is a huge round there for Paper X. They're going to scoop up that Operator. Gonna have a couple ults there for Divine Envy. The Narrate ult. Gonna have that tour de force to challenge.
Let's play.
We're now watching around B main. No one to clear this Prowler, but Jing, quick scaling of space. Up outside of A main, finds Sugetsu. Potential flanker now going to be dealt with. Of course, could still have Narrate as a concern, but it's going to be a very fast push forward onto the C site. AC position. Try to get this spike planted from now, but Paper Rex are very close by. Shorty at the ready. Levin, shoulder to shoulder. The push forward, and something going to be caught. Jing is there for the trade up, and that's going to be the Operator and the Jet now out of the equation as Steel Garden will get invested. Great calls for the rotations, letting him know that A is pretty much wide open, and he's going to get on a damn deep angle.
That means nobody's going to be able to carry that hop over necessarily. Should be enough money to buy if they can win it cleanly.
There's a secret, but of course has this tour de force as a backup. She'll peek out. First shot rings through. And Flash fully will connect, but there's no fast scaling to be found to try to find that punish, so he's able to just backpedal away. Still a difficult position to try to retake from. Shell will be chucked out. Jing to fall. Forsaken on the swing is able to find one, but Toss9 just pushes the smoke. They're not ready for it at all. And KC, they take the op out of their hands. They take their hope. They shatter it again.
They're just making some really good calls here and doing something that I've been thinking about. A lot of teams with the success they're able to find against Paper X kind of goes back to Leviathan and what they were able to do. And that's if you identify where that operator is early for Paper Rex, just put pressure on it because he's often alone. Something is often on his own with that operator, so you can make him really uncomfortable, and they do just that. Now, he has enough for another one, but that means Envy isn't going to be able to have a gun. Jing can only have a Guardian. This has to find value for Paper Rex.
Trying to determine which angle he wants to check for. Gale forward now, getting ready to come in. Narrate going to be blinded up. Forsaken able to find the kill, but Toss9 is able to peel back some of that pressure, making sure that nothing goes over for free. Something, a shot to the rear onto Levin, dodges out the Nightfall. Quickly repositioned. Spike's still going to be held back over by Tree. Has to retap the door to try to bring this one forward. Arrived at drop. Has the shot. Aves dead. Spike now resting on the ground. Toss9 going to be taken down at Sugetsu in a 1v4. The pass has been so very good for rounds like this, but something not going to give him the opportunity. It's going to be a second round win in the hands of Paper Rex. And like you said, they needed that one to get off the ground, and it has.
Yeah, and I think I saw a sigh of relief there from Forsaken after that one was done.
Sure.
It was still, it doesn't feel comfortable with the way Karmine Corp is playing right now. Nice little setup there to deal with Narrate, get his operator out of the round. I mean, Toss9 as well has picked up the pace here on Lotus, so Karmine Corp has had a couple different players step up to the plate today. Saw 11 on Fracture. We've seen Narrate the whole day. Now it's Toss9's turn. Let's see what they can do.
Still three players. I mean, there's no Outlaw on the other side, but three players with half armor. Envy doing his damnedest to keep something alive. Manages to find Toss9. Will be able to survive with 24 health. Looking for the shot on that jump peak. Levin able to avoid it, and something cannot escape this time around. Sugetsu able to find that kill. Now the pit immediately going to be invested. The plant just below the crossfire, and it's going to be Aves catching a stray as Forsaken's able to find the first. He pees out over towards Rubble, identifies Narrate. They know that it's just going to be the two players here within this pit now. Trailblazer looking for the scout, will be behind Levin, but Levin shuts down Jing. Suddenly now a 3v3. Forsaken trying to reload, but he's swinging out before it's completed. The push forward into the pit, and Levin has Envy dead as well. Devar now in the 1v2, but the time widely is gone. Would have to get onto the spike pretty much right here, right now. Finds the headshot, but has to know that this round is over.
I'm out of here.
Up. To be collected, to be juggled away. Levin can't try to really save this one here for his teammates. He will go down to the spike. But it's KC up 7-2.
I mean, they just, again, they do the same thing. Once they know where that op is, they put pressure. Paper Rex kind of, I think, obviously incorrectly, assumes that KC is going to pivot into B through the baby door, but they never do. They're just like, oh, we lit up that operator. He's in dire straits. We've got a pit. We get that down. We've got the A site pretty well defended. And then Levin goes to town. Beautiful, beautiful stuff from him. And Paper X players just making some individual mistakes along the way.
So I'm up and over here. Jing. Sugetsu's going to be widely boxed into this corner. There are more players coming in to try to peel back this pressure. He turns the flash, and he's able to find them both.
That's a backbreaker.
Memories, tournaments long since past of Copenhagen, that final resonating through the minds of Paper X's Sugetsu. Absolutely destroys them. Toss9 finds Forsaken. And Envy Oh, he can hear him, but he can't do anything to stop him. Sugetsu gets the third. An 8th round for Karmine Corp. And if you're Alex, do you call it? You send the other time out. You might just have to, because this is a flawless round win.
And we've talked about it a bit this year where, believe it or not, PaperX usually is really sturdy on their defender side of Lotus. It is often where they are a little more efficient in their round conversion rate, but it's been, you know, this streak they've had on Lotus where they just can't seem to get these wins. They seem to be completely befuddled, and so they tried to make a little bit of a change to go to the fade. That didn't really work at all, so back to the sky, and now it just seems like nothing is there for PaperX. A lot of the decisions they make are just being outplayed by KC. Outread. I mean, even if that flash connects onto Sugetsu and maybe you get him there, Narrate's right around that corner. He's probably taking at least one with him, so it's at best a trade. I mean, PaperX wants to try to play their game, wants to be aggressive, wants to turn up that tempo. KC is so aware, so ready. And all the players are so locked in. I mean, everything seems to just fall underneath their scopes, underneath their crosshairs, because they are so tuned into this game.
Glass cannon operator. It's a try to keep this one in play for something.
Being showstopper again. This time they're trying to be a little bit cheeky with it. Looking to play off a little bit of contact over at B. Gonna put the vice wall way far forward here at C. That looks like just try to force them over into the showstopper maybe. But they've been given so much space over at A. You know, is Jing then gonna have that plan to pivot over? Is he gonna be able to get value?
Sugetsu just playing that quietly. Probably look for that grab and narrate. Still swings that angle. Ends up losing his life, so critical early kill here for PaperX. Flash getting pinned against the wall. Sugetsu will be able to find the one, but then gets traded out. As Showstopper looking for him, and yep, Levin taking enough damage. Showstopper will be able to collect the kill. 9. Slow push into B. Bypasses the thorns and might have a backstab angle to take down something if he continues on this path. And for the moment, looks like he's not going to. With smoke out towards upper. Damn, I don't think he did. I think both players narrowly missing each other by pixels.
I'll find you.
Yeah, they're just willing to explore the map.
Spike planted.
Shell out. As backpedaling. Forsaken considering that TP forward. Holds it for now. The jump in. Aves able to find 2. Forsaken still contained, still low on HP. The rewrap though from something, able to find the 1, looking for that second. Jumps up the right click, takes him to 50. Dialed in with the op, and something will keep them afloat. It's the 3K, gets the round win.
I mean, you could just see the confidence from KC. They know they could just hold that angle. And PaperX is trying to use some of those jump peaks to see if they can get him to pull the trigger maybe a little bit early, but the discipline is there for KC. Aves almost gets it done. Then Forsaken able to buy enough time for something to get into place. Has to use the Blade Storm even there, though. Last round of the half. Gonna have Avez's Nightfall. DOS9's ult has been so impactful in a lot of these rounds to find the open space, usher the spike to open space.
Got absolutely nothing ult-wise if you're PaperX.
Yep. You'll have, unless Divide goes crazy or Envy does.
Losing your opportunity on this door, and what a spray! Levin just able to find him. It feels like luck is just not on PaperX's side. One hell of a kill he found. The operator and the hero of the previous round now out of the picture. PaperX, with that death, start collecting their forces on the A side of the map. But KC go for the pivot.
Times you just gotta check everything, check every angle. You know, again, the homework being done. Maybe assuming that a player had been tucked in there. Forsaken's here.
Trying to puff out his chest a bit.
Oh,
It's a
no.
Nightfall going to be leading him right to him, and the shots are not connecting. It's a bold attempt, but that falls completely flat. Patience now to come in. Thorn sent on the timing. And a lot of this pressure going to be shouldered by Envy. Alone on this site. Has the first player dead, but now B opened up. Fly quick on the scene. Sugetsu stays tucked away here at stairs. A kill gonna be found, but Jing, he never looks back. He never checks that position. Devi is dead. Envy is gone. And the round, this half, is dominated by Karmine Corp.
They're just ahead of the curve in every respect. That is a absolute blowout. 3 players into double digits already for Karmine Corp. No doubt they're the better team right now in this server. It's going to have to be, again, another incredible attacker side for Paper X to swing this back, but I have a hard time imagining it with the way Karmine Corp is playing today. I mean, again, the ideas that they have, the plays that they have, the way that they're able to match the aggression, I mean, they know that Paper X is going to over-rotate on stuff, be over-aggressive. They can use that to find space, find moments where they can counterpunch. And they land so often. Really just a couple big rounds from something. Being a difference maker, he's the only one who's in double digits for Paper X. And DOS 9, absolutely instrumental to get this snowball rolling downhill for KC. Started off so hot, maintained some good pressure along the way. Levin had a big round. KC playing on home soil here in Paris. Want to stick around, want to get further. Want to have another opportunity, get into that playoffs and play in front of the home crowd.
This needs to be a monstrous comeback here from Paper X, and all, of course, has to start from the pistol. It just feels so unlikely. KC, they've had the run of this map. They've had pretty much every correct read, and they've just been out-aiming Paper X.
Yes, straight up. You're absolutely right. I mean, I've been thinking it the whole way. They're just sharper. The aim is just better. Narrate in particular, so clean. You know, Levin, he has these rounds where it just feels like he can't miss. He'll hit, and he'll win you one. He might go a little quiet for a few other rounds, but you'll take those every time because they're often impactful ones where it's because KC is already dominating so many of the other rounds that he hits those ones, and it's like, oh, now Paper X's economy's back in the dumpster. Like, it's just so impressive.
DOS 9 trying to bait him in, being like, oh, it's just me by myself, playing outside of main.
Nobody here but
Nobody
us
abounds.
omens.
Paper X not quite going to be falling into the trap, but this could still be a very fast scale in from behind. 3 players effectively on a flank at the moment. Quickly going to be getting their way in behind Paper X. Paper X needing to up the pace here, but they have no idea what's waiting for them. They don't have any trips. They don't have anything.
Exactly.
They're really alert for this one.
Any devised util.
No wall as he goes just for that Sheriff. They'll be giving over some space for now. Nave's going to be spotted. Paint Shell going to be lobbed up, but something going to be caught, trying to ride that rope. And, ooh, Forsaken, risking it all. Try to flush him out. Envy the one that pushed forward, the Haunt going through. Drops back down, Jinx slotting just at the bottom of drop. As the spike will get planted. The player disadvantage for Paper X. Absolutely need this round. Flash spotting nothing from behind. They have to know that these players are scaled forward, but Forsaken just jump at the corners, able to find Sugetsu, finishing him off. Now refaces forward, finding Aves with that recovered bandit, and Paper X looking like there's still yet a bit of fight in them. Raid's position completely, utterly known. At this point, wants to just try to get some damage and try to get some ult charge, and he will be able to find one. Looks for two, gets it. Forsaken will be able to stop him in his tracks. 5 rounds, though, still the lead for Karmine Corp.
Well, okay. This time around, Paper X able to win some of those crucial micro battles. That one right there. Forsaken jumping ahead. Envy holding the line on the backside, gets 2 big kills. Still concerning. Narrate does not seem to miss today. Still gets a little bit of extra value there. Little edges that could cost Paper X this map, even if they start stringing rounds together, even if they go on a tear of their own. Narrate was up on the box, but dropped down. Something was already checking it.
He's got the rendezvous to take him to the opposite side. If a paint shell or something to that effect would come his way, he would be safe, but instead we'll just swing out and cannot evacuate fast enough. Something just a little bit too fast on the draw. Finds him with that Marshall. Gets a little bit of damage here, and now the follow-up shot will take down Aves. That one popped. Levin sliding down a drop, swings forward, and Forsaken a little asleep at the wheel, but eventually is able to find that kill. There's DOS9 getting the headshot, getting the elimination. Devi will end up getting taken down the shorty. The barrel stuff there from Sugetsu. Finds another kill. He'll has to be pushed over to Forsaken, but this is already decent damage dealt, and now a Spectre recovered. Absolutely play this one out. The Marshall now gone. Spray and pray. So much damage found. I think one of those connecting onto Envy's head. He's down to 44. Paranoia gonna be lobbed in, and Sugetsu absolutely destroys them! Gets the defuse, gets the Vandal, gets KC! Up to double digits!
That is absolutely unbelievable. He's done it again. He has done it again. Oh my. He is the demon that haunts Paper X. The specter of the past is now the vision of the future. That may be a plane ride back to South Korea, back to Pacific for Paper X.
It is a 4v5 thrifty conversion, now forcing the buy out of Paper X. This is the all-in. This decides the map right here, right now. In all likelihood, is Narrate. An outlaw in hand. All players, half armor or none. And he absolutely has destroyed something again.
Just insane. Absolutely insane. He is spectacular today. That's when you're just feeling it, when you know that you can just look up and you know where that landing spot is going to be. Here we go.
11 able to find one. Jing just strafing across with that judge, but Will falls on a raid, finds another. Devi, a kill back in reply, but it's a casual shot from DOS9 as Envy goes forward into the smoke to his death. Devi now, the last one standing. Caught by the seas. Decayed to 1. Little health he does have, will recover. 35 seconds, he's gonna try to go on a pivot.
Does he have enough time here to go anywhere else?
At least just a cursory check around the back, but yeah, he is running out of time, and this would be one hell of a way to lose the round. I mean, you got to start sprinting. He's got to be knife out.
Yeah.
Full send it from here. And even then, it's going to be damn close.
And I mean, Aves is matching him. Aves is going to have a shot at this, I think.
Jumps across the way, but yeah. He'll actually give him the alert, but he's trying to just stick this plant, and the time just is not there. No clutch to be found. No hope to be found. KC continuing to beat them back at every twist and turn.
Dominance, pure dominance. I mean, Envy just running through there, not even looking at the bottom of the smoke. I mean, it's like every idea that Paper X thinks they have about where KC is going to be, how they're going to be playing, they're wrong. Coming into this, stingers. I mean, Paper X is just throwing everything. They're investing whatever they can. It's 2 glass cannons for Devi and something. Narrate has the outlaw. Nobody except for Jing has the armor to withstand it.
The two of them have no armor at all.
Yeah.
Double Vandal, glass cannon. Low creep up. Pop flash on the corner, but the relay bolt and the Prowler will hold them back. Levin, he is out for blood. He wants that kill. He's not going to be able to find it, but Sugetsu and DOS9 absolutely do. Divine Forsaken going to be taken down. It's just Aves caught up. Player advantage still there. One of the Vandals left on the floor. Narrate. Pole position. The tail went past. God, that's well and good for something. He's able to avoid it. Finds a kill. But the rest of the team still needing to try to get past as Narrate is able to find the no-scope. Jing dead. Sugetsu arriving. Envy not going to be fast enough as Narrate closes out another kill. Another shutdown on something, denying him heroics at every twist and turn. Karmine Corp are up to match point.
Took the words out of my mouth. Every round, they've got the read. You know, there's 4 players coming up the front of B at the beginning of this. They know exactly how Paper X thinks. It's starting to feel a little bit like how I felt watching Leviathan play Paper X, where they just knew what they wanted to do and how they wanted to do it. Paper X here throws the flash out, cleared right away. Rate's not messing around with any of that. Trying to go back into B.
Forsaken in the spawn. Now he's going to be surrounded. Meanwhile, something dead on the B side. Forsaken desperately trying to find that kill, but Aves is able to hold his own. Just some damage onto the fade. A kill onto Levin, but 2 players now lost. Site primed for the plant, but Paper X aren't leaning into B. They're trying to get grouped together. Back over here at A.
Been given some breathing room. It seems like KC actually assumed maybe B actually was the play.
Being backpedaling, if he had held this angle with that judge, he might have been able to tear them asunder, but instead shifts his position, is going to try to play the top of rope. Exactly where he doesn't need to be. He's 1 kill away from having a showstopper. But from this position, I just don't know how he's going to be able to get it. KC playing this one patiently, the tap at the door, just keeping Devi's eyes trained in that position. The pit forward now to try to scale in. A flash out. The slot forward, swinging around closer and closer. It's Devi, the spray and pray, will be able to find one. The paint shell going to be lobbed in, but DOS9 is able to take down Jing. Devi, able to find himself a third. Steel Garden immediately going to be invested. Spots him, kills him, a 4K clutch. Paper X. Oh, they hold on by a thread. I need 7 in a row just to take this into overtime.
Well, they get there, but will it matter? It would be an unreal comeback if they can do it. It looked like for a second there, DOS9 had ended the round, but able to avoid that pit. That was really creative by Sugetsu there. And again, Paper X just positional, I think, mistakes that could have cost them that round. Like you're talking about, Jing holds that. Well, I'm going to hold my thought.
Caterpillar jet smokes forward. Into the side goes Jing. No one to be spotted. He had Narrate, still trying to hold the door. Has to make his exit with that rendezvous, and his Envy is able to greet DOS9. Finding that elimination. Devi swinging the corner. Ava's going to be taken down. It's a 2-player advantage now for Paper X as they pivot back across towards A. Levin, however, here, playing this quietly, looking to be their demise, to catch them off guard, but now his hand has been revealed. Avoids the flashes, but clean one tap. Shuts down Forsaken, but is not ready for Jing to counter, swing into backside. The tour de force in hand, no reason for Narrate to not try to play this one out. Money widely available for the rest of the team as well. Gonna try to make a go of this. Don't peek though, the spot out, the paint shell now to be let loose. Forces Jing out into the open though. Not wanting to stick around to drop, so Narrate is able to find the first of 4 necessary kills. The follow-up shot ends up going wide. Tries to scale forward, and he just can't quite make it happen. Envy and Devi get their targets, and Paper X get up to 6.
Well, okay. But it's taking a lot of ultimates just to get to this point. Going to be able to get into the buy, but the ult economy look like. I mean, now they're getting a little bit sharp. You would imagine it's too little too late for Paper Rex. You would imagine.
It's best to not start believing quite just yet, but
No.
this will be enough to force a timeout out of KC.
I mean, you've got the overdrive here. You're one away from a nightfall. So for this round, I think a couple players have enough to buy. So probably want to talk about a little bit. Most of the players do actually, how they want to run this. If maybe you save the overdrive for the next round. If they do lose this one, DOS9 has his ult. You could talk about how you want to work that a little bit. It's going to be one away from Avez's Nightfall, so maybe how you want to contain one of those orbs. Make sure you get that into your hands. How you can just settle down, close this out comfortably, get yourself situated to play NRG next. Found out Vitality was able to take that series.
It was going to be a difficult opponent no matter what. Certainly won't get easier from here, but looks like there is going to be a decently hefty investment from KC. They want to bring this to an end right here, right now. Operator, of course, in the hands of something. This Jing bounding forward at Mound. Flash is going to be going through, but DOS9, his presence now going to be red, but not before he's able to claim two. Judge from Levin intercepts the buy, immediately upgrades the weaponry. In the blink of an eye, it's just the two players left. Levin jiggling on this corner, spotted out, will back away before the operator can get dialed in.
Oh, look at Narrate.
Quickly scaling in behind them. And with Devi's death, that wall means absolutely nothing. No alert system. Envy has to be the one to have his head on a swivel, watching from behind, but if he loses out on this one, that's going to be the spike on the floor. And just something alone eventually is able to get it dialed in. The Seeker's immediately going to be sent out. Scouting out both players' positions. That's going to have them rerouting, pivoting back over to C. Something needs to hit this shot. Gonna pull off the angle as well, expecting this rewrap. Probably behind. Oh, it somehow manages to connect that. What a hit. 11 dead. Chavez now the one to try to play this one through.
I'll find you.
Tossed into the back, but Envy propped up on top of the box will be able to find the kill, and Paper Rex continue to try to make a go of this. 5 more rounds.
So the next one, looking like an eco for Karmine Corp. Do have that overdrive there, though. It looked like this might have been the end of the round. I mean, DOS9 sitting in his own, sitting in the smoke there, just making life miserable for some of the Paper X players, but they're able to barely battle through. Envy, 3K. Little bit of fire still in the PRX camp. Shot early from something.
DOS9 still scaling.
He's just going.
He is just fiercely walking at him. Paper X at the moment.
He's
Have
got
no eyes on this whatsoever. The Bandit, he can get this one tap, and he will. Well, 2 tap. Still is able to find something at the end of it all. Player disadvantage. That operator just to be left stranded on the floor.
It's just that lack of respect that Paper X plays to that. Oh my goodness, Narrate.
This could just about be at the beginning of the end here. This Forsaken will be able to find one. But the overdrive pop, Levin fishing for anything that he can get through that fast lane. Looks away around the corner. Jing, does he have any kind of read? That Sugetsu is laying here. Behind that box. Here's the Neon, take the rope. Just gonna stay statuesque in this position. Try to intercept these flanks, but no. He's starting to scale forward, and that's gonna be his undoing as Jing, no, turns back. Eats some damage, but still is able to find the kill. That might just be enough for Paper X to still deny this Thrifty. Deny the end of this series to Karmine Corp. Envy going for the plant on the corner. This is not being watched for. He has the headshot in time. It's starting to bleed dry. The drop down herd. Forsaken. Able to find that elimination. But has to get this spike planted. Paranoia going to be sent through. DOS9. And now Levin on the approach here from the back. Comes away with it, and Jing has to do it all. And he cannot! Levin dead from the paint shell. But still a player alive. The defuse will be there, and Karmine Corp will come out on top. 2 2-1 in the series. They sent Paper Rex home.
The dream lives on here in Paris, France for Karmine Corp. What a stunning series. Losing their map pick of Sunset and then coming back onto historically great maps for Paper